Hello, friends. Yes. Hello, everyone. Hi. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Let's see here. As we see people start to hop on. Hi, Roberta. Hi, Connie from Michigan. Kelly and Diane, North Florida. Cat Mom 18, maybe from Minnesota too. Yes, hello. Happy Saturday. Hi, Talia. Nice to see everyone. Let's hang tight for a minute. Hi, Trisha from Virginia. What are you looking for, honey?
Turn this on.
I don't know without the remote. Hi, guys. Hello. Hi, Marilee from Sacramento. Fiona from the Netherlands. Good evening. Yes, you're evening in the Netherlands, aren't you? Okay, friends. So we've got a little issue going on here. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Debbie. So yes, I have a little issue going on. Let's see, I did 5 weeks of traveling and teaching over the course of 8 weeks. So it was a long stretch. And that's what I do to myself every year this time. That's just when the majority of my in-person teaching, my scissors. It's when the majority of my in-person teaching happens is from mid-September to mid-November. And so, the way my body works is it makes it great through all of that. And then when I get home, I like crash and burn. And that's what happened. So I was teaching last weekend up in Spokane at the 3 Craft Chicks Let It Snow event. We had an amazing time. I got home late Sunday night, woke up Monday morning with all kinds of head cold going on. Then I'm teaching at a virtual event this week. So Thursday night, I did the meet and greet on Facebook. And then last night, I taught my virtual Traveler's Notebook class. So all of that talking and the head cold has me all kinds of weird. So I apologize for the, I don't know, I jokingly call it my 1-900 operator voice, but I don't even know if they have those anymore. I don't even know if people call like crazy 1-900 numbers to hear women talk to them anymore. I don't know, but that's what I feel like. That or I've got a really bad smoking habit. I don't know what it is. I don't, but anyhow, hello friends. So nice to see everyone. Hi, J-Lo. I got to see J-Lo, oh my gosh, several times. Three weekends, right? 3 weekends in a row. 3, 2, I don't remember anymore. Everything literally, you guys, is so like jumbled up in my head from the last 8 weeks. But anyhow, yes, I got to see a number of you in person, which is always so fun. So fun. Oh, I know, J-Lo, it was 3 times, but it was over 2 months. Yes, just took me a little bit there. No, Deborah said, maybe you shouldn't talk today, Layle. That's just not in my repertoire, Deborah. I can't. I'm such a talker and I missed being with you guys. I really did. So I feel okay. It's just, this is kind of weird. And if that bugs you, just go ahead. You can leave. It's okay. Hopefully it's not too annoying or distracting. If I feel like at some point I need to bow out, then I totally will. You guys know I've had that before happen with migraines, and I'm like, you know what? I'm out. I can't do it anymore. So if we get to that point, then that just gives us more to chat about next time, right? Let's see. Gracie, hi, Gracie Creates from Ohio. Gracie said she did the virtual at 3 Craft Chicks. Yes, that was fun. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun with that. They always put on an amazing event, 3 Craft Chicks. Deborah said, doesn't bug me, just don't want you to lose your voice over the holidays. Deborah, you know what? There are probably some people in my family that would be so tickled pink if I lost my voice over the holidays, right? Kind of reminds me, I feel like I'm channeling my inner Carol Brady. That is a reference to the Brady Bunch. I loved the Brady Bunch when I was growing up. Loved it. Carol Brady was the mom. And there was one episode where she was supposed to, on Christmas Eve or Christmas, do a solo at church or something and supposed to sing this amazing song. She totally lost her voice and it ended up coming back because, of course, it had to have a happy ending. But that's what I feel like. I'm channeling my inner Carol Brady. Britta, good morning from Calgary. So you guys, it is, oh goodness, it's cold now. Oh, there it is. It is 21 degrees here, 21 Fahrenheit. Here in Utah, that's where I live. And so it is chilly. I have a sweater on. Now, I'm also middle-aged, so you know what happens sometimes when you wear a sweater. So then I had Nick, my husband, bring up a fan, and now it's too cold because of the fan. So anyhow, it's just that time of life, and it's that time of year. So we have really no snow on the ground at our house, but we live right at the base of the mountains, and so we're maybe 10 miles away from 2 different ski resorts, and they have been getting hammered with snow so far this season, which is so good. because we need it. We're in a drought, a big time drought. So that's so wonderful. I know some of you are East Coast. I know some of you are Upper East Coast, like Buffalo, Toronto, and that area. I know as of a few days ago, you guys were expecting a huge, huge storm, like 4 feet of snow or something. And I've been so busy with that virtual event, I haven't kept up on the weather. So I hope if you are in that area that you're staying safe and you're being careful, and really anyone, any kind of weather, I hope you're staying safe and being careful and staying warm too. Beverly said, I'm glad you feel okay. Loved the Brady Bunch. Yes, I could do a whole list on my favorite Brady Bunch episodes. I should do that, but I probably won't do that as a group because although we could, that could be your favorite sitcom episodes. Like if maybe you're a big Friends watcher, you love Friends, and the Pivot episode is on your list. That'd be kind of fun. Another one of my Brady Bunch favorite episodes is when Marcia was going to the prom with a boy, and then a better boy, a boy that she liked better, asked her to the prom. So she told the first guy that asked her that something suddenly came up. And then her parents told her that was such a horrible thing to do. Well, then Marcia's playing football with her brothers in the backyard, and Greg throws the football and it hits her in the nose. She ends up with a huge swollen nose. The second guy, the guy that she liked, sees her and says, oh my gosh, I can't take you to the prom. Something suddenly came up. So lots of lessons to be learned in the Brady Bunch, but that would be probably my second episode. The third one is when they go to Hawaii and Greg steals the little totem, and then all kinds of bad things happen, but love the Brady Bunch. Anyhow, I digress, friends. That is where I should say, welcome Squirrel Squad, right? Because that's what I do. I squirrel. Beverly says, yes, loved that one. Hi, Scrapbook Sister, joining from Chile, Philly. Oh, yes, Chile, Philly. Deborah said they got almost 6 feet. Oh, my goodness. Mia, welcome to you from Sweden, snowy Sweden. So I've totally digressed. Let's back up a bit. Let's say hello. Let me introduce myself. My name is Layle Konkar. When I am not traveling, we are here on Saturdays on my YouTube channel, and we do something that I like to call creative listing. So a couple days before, usually on Thursdays, I publish at least three listing topics, and I tell you what products I'm using. I talk to you a little bit about the lists, and then I come here and I work on those lists with lots of different products. Some of you, as you're joining me, are working on those lists. Some of you are working on other projects. Some of you are working like your job. Some of you are cleaning your bathroom. I know my friend Leslie, she tells me she cleans her bathroom and listens to me. So whatever it is, that is what I'm doing here on Sundays, on Saturday mornings, and I love it when you guys join me. We've built such a fun little community here over the last 2.5 years. If you are watching live, welcome. There is a live chat that is taking place, and I do that because I see it on the right-hand side of my screen. So if you'd like to pop in and say hello in the chat, love the chat. I can kind of follow along a little bit once we get going. As I'm talking at you guys here, it's a little bit hard for me to pipe into the chat because I can't see what is in the chat until I really focus, and then I can't talk if I'm focusing. So the chat's a great place to pop in and say hello. Even if you are here for the first time, please pop in and say hello. We love to know that you're here. It is a super friendly bunch. So introduce yourself if you'd like. Say where you're from if you'd like. Otherwise, say hi, newbie, and you'll find a very warm welcome from the rest of the bunch. If you have been here with me for a while, welcome to you too. I've been traveling a lot, as I mentioned, so our listing schedule on Saturdays has been all over the board. It's been all over the board. We have not been together since October 22nd because I was gone every one of those weekends. I'm super happy to say I am not traveling for business teaching until February again. There is one Saturday that I'm going to peel away and do a quick girls trip. And I'll talk about that on my things I'm looking forward to this Christmas list. So we'll talk about that in a sec. But we will be together lots and lots and lots throughout the end of the year and really all into 2023 as well. I have a list of the dates published through the end of the year. So if you're kind of looking at your calendar and you want to know when we'll be listing, we're listing this weekend. This is the 19th. We're also listing next weekend, which is the 26th. We're listing the weekend after that, which is the 3rd. Then we are listing as the next one, the 10th. Yes, the next one's the 10th. And then we're doing the Wednesday after that, which I believe is the 14th, because I'll be gone the following weekend. Anyhow, we're listing almost all the Saturdays in December, with the exception of the whatever that one right is, like the day after Christmas or day before. I don't remember which one it is. Anyhow, you'll find that on my blog. I always publish that, and I also have that on my emails that go out. So watch for that. I think I might need to update the blog one with the with the Saturday that I'm going to be out of town. Anyhow, I'll get to those details. We'll get there, right? We'll get there. Let's see. Oh, merrily, I love it. Peter, pork chops and applesauce. When he was, yes, testing out different personalities in the pork chops and applesauce. I also love it when Peter was, his voice was changing. That was also another good one. Oh, and of course, the Marsha one. So many good ones. And the Golden Locket. Oh, gosh, I could go on for days. I love the Brady Bunch. Maybe we'll do that. That might be a fun list that we do next month. And it doesn't have to be the Brady Bunch. It's pick your favorite, whatever you like to watch. Maybe it's Schitt's Creek. You list your favorite Schitt's Creek episodes, or maybe you love to watch, I don't know, Yellowstone or Game of Thrones. I haven't watched either of those yet, but you could do your favorite episode. So that might be kind of fun to do. Hi, Tammy from California. Noelia, it has been a while. Nice to see you. Shay said, Layle, sorry you're not feeling well. Thank you. I feel okay. Mornings can tend to be a bit rough, but it's good now. I woke up at like 5:30 this morning, so I've had plenty of time to adjust. Okay, guys. Mia said, I miss the live almost every Saturday, but Mia, you're here. So fabulous. And hi, Diane. Nice to see you too. So you guys, if you are watching live, if you have a question as we get going, the best place for that question, obviously, is in the chat if you're watching live. And if you put that all in uppercase, then I tend to see that when I glance up. So that's a little tip there. And if you ask a question and I don't answer it, doesn't mean that I didn't want to. I either didn't see it or I had a thought going and I didn't want to interrupt that thought. The group is also really awesome. If they know an answer, they will give you their opinion and they'll give you the answer. So you guys feel free to chime in as well. Now, if you're not watching live, and I know we've got tons of you that can't watch live because you know life, you watch the replay. So welcome to you too. I'd love to have everyone. And if you have any comments or questions, you can just leave them in the comments as you're watching the replay. If you're watching live, you can also stop, rewind, fast forward, any of those things that you need to do if you have life that gets in the way. Okay, friends. Hi, Christy. Christy said, morning, Layle. I hope you rested after your class last night. Yep, I did a little bit. I was watching, so that's a Crop and Create Delivered event through Scrapbook and Cards magazine. I was watching a little bit of that this morning as I was getting ready, and Kathy Zilski, the amazingly talented Kathy Zilski, was teaching. And as she started her class and we were popping on in YouTube and I was saying hello to in the chat, everyone was kind of saying their hellos. And Kathy said, oh my gosh, does everybody feel like they have I was going to say migraine hangover because that's usually what I end up with, a migraine hangover. No, a Traveler's Notebook hangover from last night because we talked all things Traveler's Notebook. That was part of my class last night. So we had lots of fun. So yes, recovering, right? I probably need a good another week to recover, but we'll get there. Not from that class, but from all of the things together. Okay, friends, so let's do this. We've got a couple things to talk about. Number one, I talked a little bit about our list, our schedule for the rest of the year, and then that will take us right into January. No traveling in January. A couple things in February, but we'll get back to our regularly scheduled that you can plan on, so that I can plan on too. There is an updated list of lists that I published last weekend. In the description box of the video, as well as on all my List With Me Live blog posts, I have links to our past list of lists. And what that means is we've been listing together since 2020. So for 2020, you can click on a link and that will bring up a PDF of all of our list topics for all of 2020. And you can print that or download or whatever you want to do. Same thing for 2021. Those have been done for a while, but I recently, last weekend, updated our year-to-date. So January through October list of lists. So if you're just getting started with us and you're wondering what all of this is about and you were looking for some different listing ideas, oh my gosh, I bet we're up to about 200, at least 200 list topics that we've done over the last 2.5 years. And I'll continue to update that. I'll update that at the end of 2022. So that is on the blog post, also linked in the description box of this video. Let's talk about prizes, friends. So when we were together last, I always do prizes because I like to share things. And I always do prizes for our lives together. And every once in a while, I do prizes live. But most of the time, I'm doing those after the fact so that those of you that watch live can participate, but also those people that watch the replay can also participate. So we did 2 prizes when we were together last in October. One of those prizes was one of my new stamp sets. That was my... You guys should see this whole mess is a mess, like a mess of epic proportions. You can't even believe in my room here. In fact, where is, oh, here it is. It's on the floor. I was just going to show you the top 10. That is the top 10 stamp set. We used that. We've used that a couple times since I released that, but that top 10 stamp set goes to Betty. I can't read my writing. Betty Domes 2002. So the way that you participate in the giveaways, I always ask you to come back and leave a comment on the video once it's over. And so I went this morning back to the comments from the video when we were together last in October, and I randomly picked people. So Betty is the winner of the top 10 stamp set, and congratulations, Betty. Betty, I left you a comment. You should have that in your email on how to go about claiming that prize. The other prize was one of my new pencil boards. And that is, oh, I'm all organized, I promise you. Oh, here it is. I just have like 8,000 stacks, so it's one of the 8,000 stacks. New pencil boards. The pencil board, let's just take a quick look at that. Well, this is funny. I have 3 here because I paint them. And then I do demos, so I have to show painting them. So that's a blue one that I painted. That's a mint one that I painted. But this is the way they come. They are white. So that is an 8 by 5 piece of 1/8 inch thick acrylic with rounded corners that has grid marks etched into the back. This is a pencil board. A pencil board is meant for a flat surface that you can put underneath something that you're stamping on or writing on. So you will see me use this today. I use this now all the time. I've used one that somebody made for me prior to this. Nancy Gollison had made me a nice little chipboard one that I'd been using for a long time, but I decided it was now time to make that as a product so you guys could, purchase that too if you need it. So anyhow, that goes to Elise Harker. So congratulations, Elise. Elise, I also emailed or left you a comment, so you should receive the email. Oh, let me close my computer. We're going to hear all those dings as emails come in throughout our time together today. So, all right, let me look. I think, did I see a question? Hi, Elise. Oh, fun. I love it when you guys are here when you win. So fun. Elise and I go, oh my gosh, way back. I think to my scenic route days. Hi, Trissa, Janet. Christy said I finished one of the TNs and I'm working on the second one in between classes from last night. Christy, I love it. So some of you may be here from last night. Some of you may be new because I've been doing a lot of in-person teaching, and that's how some of you guys find out about our Saturdays. So if you are new, welcome. Melanie said, good morning from Kansas. Love your sweater. Oh, thank you, Melanie. Mitzi. Hi, Mitzi. Mitzi is still in my town. Mitzi's still in Cottonwood Heights visiting her daughter. She said, I can see the snow on the mountains still while I'm sitting here in the living room. Best of both worlds. I want to see the snow, but not be affected by it, right? That in my mind is the best of both worlds. Okay. Rena, checking in before we leave. We'll watch the replay. Montana hugs everyone. Thank you, Rena, for popping in. Okay, friends. So I think that was all I needed to do for our little kind of welcome and our housekeeping items. Except I need to have a cup of coffee. Nick, oh my gosh, you guys are my husband, Nick. He's a saint. He has been so helpful as I've been kind of feeling a little under the weather. This morning, he's like, what can I do? Like, oh, I need these mini domed ink blending foam tools. Go get those. I need my tape runner ran out last night. Go run downstairs and grab me a new tape runner. I need water. I need coffee. I need this. I need that. I need the fan. He's been awesome. So, he did bring me the coffee, but I will show you the mug that he brought me. I'm sure this is very intentional. Look at hot mess. He picked the hot mess mug for my coffee this morning. That's okay. I will own it. Kelly said, that sweater, love it. Where did you get it? You guys want to know where I got my sweater? And not at the store because I can't venture into the store. It drives me absolutely insane. Online, Walmart. That sweater is from the Walmart. It's cute, isn't it? I saw somebody, there's all kinds of people now that you can follow online that do like Walmart clothing try on. And I don't know, months ago, one of those people somehow came up in my thread and I'm like, well, that's kind of a cute top or that's kind of a cute jacket or whatever it was. And so started following some of those people. So then I see some of the things that they have and I'm like, oh my gosh, that sweater is really cute. So it's cute. I will tell you, just because it's Walmart, right? Quality's not going to be the greatest. You get what you pay for, right? But it's kind of pill. You know how they get the little like pill things? It's kind of pilling a little bit. So just know that's what you're in for. But yes, very fun. Gabby, those always pop up on my feed too. Love it. Oh, I'm sure it's all of the way the algorithms work and the advertising. They are pumping us full of what they want us to see, right? Okay, let me take a quick sip of coffee and we'll rotate the camera, okay, friends? I feel like I need an IV of the coffee this morning, right? I feel like I need an IV. Oh, Kelly, thank you. She said, those are your colors. Looks fab. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I gotta put this out of the way though because I don't want to spill it. So you guys know the drill. I'm going to rotate the camera. I need to turn on the studio light. So let me do that. I'll tell you something. Oh yeah, look at, you can kind of see it pilling right there. Here we go. I have a sweater. I have a sweater shaver that I will use to fix that. But all right, let me grab the overhead lights. So it's so funny, you guys. I had decorated the other side of my crafting space, the other wall, for my meet and greet for the virtual event that I was doing this weekend. And I had it all decorated with these cute fans and this cute little banner that they had included in the retreat box. And I had a candle, a Christmas tree candle, like, you know, like a fir tree candle that I was burning just to kind of get in the mood. And I'm doing my live meet and greet, and one of the fans fell off the wall. Like, of course, that's what happens live. One of the fans fell off the wall, and it was a paper fan, don't worry. One of the paper fans fell off the wall and then landed right near the candle. Colleen, thank you. I would have totally forgotten that. Thank you, my friend. Colleen reminded me to plug in my phone. So one of the paper fans fell off the wall, almost landed in the candle. Literally, you guys, right when I lit that candle prior to starting, I thought, you know what? Maybe it's not the best idea to have a burning candle behind me with these paper things. And I thought, oh my gosh, if my hair caught on fire, that would be a disaster. So I blew out the candle while I was live, because you know what? That's just what happens, right? That's reality. That's life. Okay, friends, so something fun happened if you ever live in the world of Tim Holtz and distress colors, right? Over the last couple weeks, he released a brand new distress color. I know some of you ordered from me. I know some of you are waiting for your orders. Here's what happened. They came in last week. Guess what happened? I was sent the regular distress ink and not the distress oxide. So good news is last night, FedEx delivered my order of the correct inks, and I'll get those orders out this weekend. So if you've been waiting for that, just know that it will go out first thing on Monday. So I apologize for that. I just about died when I opened the box and there's a box full of the distress inks, the black case instead of the oxide. So just know those are coming. Okay. So because I have a new ink color, this is always what happens. So I've got to do a little something on my to-do list. So you guys are going to join me as I do that. I need to swatch my new ink, and I also need to do my little ink dauber for that. So I'll take you along with me as I do that every time I get a new ink color. I'm using my, let's look at that one because it's a little bit easier to see. These are my Swatch This ink stamps. So the whole idea behind this stamp set was so that you can swatch your ink colors. That is what I have done here. I have all of my ink colors swatched. So when I am looking to swatch, or when I'm looking for a color to match something that I'm working with, I don't have to pull out all 100 of my little ink tins. I have the exact colors here already stamped, and then I can find the color I need, and then go grab just that one color. So now that I have a new color, I need to swatch that, and I will use that stamp to do that. I am going to use my Misty to do that. This is a stamping platform. Misty stands for the most incredible stamping tool invented. That is really what that stands for. So with this platform, the way that it works is you put whatever you're stamping on, and I could put that anywhere here on the platform. I usually, when I'm using this particular stamp, just put that right in the corner like that. If you're trying to figure out then how to position your stamp on this part of the platform, it's really easy to do, because all you do is you position your stamp instead of coming in and trying to get right here and be like, oh shoot, that's the wrong spot, it should be over here. And then trying to get right here and go, oh, that's not quite straight. Really easy thing to do is put your stamp where you want it on your piece that you're stamping on. Whoopsie, I need to reverse that. Let's flip that over. So I want the positive side of the stamp facing down. And I get that where I want it. And then I close that little door. That now puts the stamp where it needs to be, and as soon as I ink that in stamp, I have my stamp in exactly the right place. So this stamp is a little bit smaller than 3x3, so I have pre-cut a little white piece of cardstock that is a flat Nina Bright White that I use for my swatches. That's all the white cardstock I pretty much use. You'll notice that my stamp here is discolored. There is nothing wrong with the stamp. That's just what will happen to your photopolymer stamps over time. The rubber will stain, but it's not affecting your stamped image. There's no color on that. If I were to stamp yellow right now, it would be a beautiful, brilliant yellow. That stain of the rubber itself is not affecting the outcome of my stamp. So I have the new Lumberjack Plaid. I am going to apply my stamp, or excuse me, apply my ink to the stamp like this. And I want to get that nice and juiced up, nice and inked up. I want to get a really good, nice stamp impression. So I want to kind of lift that up and make sure that everything, all of the spots are inked. It's looking pretty good. And then I am going to put that back on because I don't want that off. And I'm going to do that. Now real quick, let me see if I put it away where it belongs. I did not put it away where it belongs, my little tool. Well, I'm going to use my built-in tool. My built-in tool is my hand. So I just want to make sure I get a really good, even pressure there across that entire stamp. And that's what a stamping platform helps me do. Nice, even pressure, right? Nice, even pressure. I'm standing up. That's also really important. You'll have much better success stamping. I do if I stamp standing up because I have that gravity, I have that pressure above me. And then I lift this off and let's see what we got. Okay, so it's a little bit blotchy, right? It's a little bit blotchy. I would actually like that to be a little bit more. I want to have a little bit more color in that. This is the beauty of a stamping platform. My stamp has not moved. My paper has not moved, which means I can re-ink and re-stamp. I can do that over and over and over again. So that is one of the benefits of using a stamping platform. You have the positioning is always in that same place. A stamping platform really comes in handy too if you're mass producing your stamped images. So let's say you're stamping a bunch of Christmas cards. It makes it really, really, really easy to just stamp, put in your new paper, stamp again, new paper, stamp again. You kind of just stamping over and over and over again, and you've got that exact positioning where you need it every time. All right, so let's see what we have here. Ah, look at that. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? That Lumberjack Plaid is such a good red, you guys. It's like a perfect, it's kind of like a more bluey red. And if you look at the different reds that Tim Holtz has, you might think, oh my gosh, how many reds can one person need? But guess what? When you look at all of the reds, you see that there was a little kind of hole missing in the reds. So that is a really nice, good, true red. All right. Oh, geez, Nick had grabbed this is funny. Guys, Nick, my husband, has hearing aids. He has worn hearing aids for about 5 years. He's got a hereditary genetic, I never remember, issue where autosclerosis or something. So he had maybe like 15% of hearing only 15% of hearing in one of his ears, and it started happening to the other ear. So he's had hearing aids for a long time. All of this to say, he came in this morning and he saw my wipes and he said, oh, where are those wipes? Where do we have those wipes around the house? He said, I like those to clean my hearing aids. And then guess what? He took them away. He took them away. So I have one little wipe to work with unless he can hear me and he brings them back. Yeah. I don't have them. All right. So anyhow, there we go. That's one of the things I use my stamping platform for. All right. So after I do that, I just take out my little pen and I write the name of that ink in there. That's lumberjack plaid. And then I get out my little hole punch. Hang on. I'm taking you along with me because I'm getting the things ticked off my to-do list. There we go. And I will just grab one of these to use as a little template so I know where that needs to be. Lay that over the top there, and there we go. And done. You guys, a lot of my stamps I create based on necessity, right? What do they say? Necessity is the mother of invention. So as I started working a lot with colored inks, I'm like, well, wait a minute. I need to be able to know what I have. So I had been using, just kind of a generic rectangle stamp to do this. Didn't have anything to do really with swatching. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to make my own stamp so that we have a swatch. We have a stamp that's specific to swatching. So I think that guy kind of falls right in there. Look at Barn Door is a little bit more red. Lumberjack plaid looks so nice in there. Fired brick is nice, but it's a little bit more on the mahogany side. And then we start really getting into like the mahogany. So I'll pop that right there. That is what I do when I get a brand new ink color. So that's one of the things I do. The next thing that I now do is, I should put this away. I'm gonna try to help myself. I'm gonna probably have hours and hours and hours of picking up in this room when we are done this afternoon. I promised myself that tomorrow I would try to get some rest. I don't do that very well, you guys. I'm not a good sitter. I am not a good sitter, so we'll see. Maybe if I can rest for a bit and then work for a bit. All right, so let's get that out of the way. The next thing I do, I've been using my blending tool, right? So I've shown you guys these before. These are my new storage for your foam blenders. So if you're using the foam blenders, again, necessity is the mother of invention. Hang on, let me grab one of these. If you're using foam blender, right, to either do your stenciling or inking the edges of things, you have lots of these little foam tops, right? The domed foam tops. Well, the problem is with your little foam tops is you don't know what color they are, and you don't want to mix your colors. Well, I shouldn't say you don't want to. If you do, your color's not going to be true. But you also don't want to mix your type of ink. So you don't want to mix even if you have saltwater taffy in both a distressed and a in both a distress and a distress oxide. You don't want to mix those. Your distress and your oxides have different properties. One's a dye-based ink, one's a pigment-based ink, so you don't want to mix those. All that to say, if you have a bunch of these little tops floating around and you have no way of knowing what's what, kind of is a problem, right? So I worked with my friend Amy Sonneman to come up with this little storage solution. And I have done this with all of my ink colors. So the idea is you stamp one little circle with the color, not stamp. I'll show you because I'll do it. Then you write the name on, and then underneath, if I were to pull this one off, there's the color again, and there's that piece. So if I'm looking for Kitsch Flamingo, there it is. I know it goes there, and I know there's my Kitsch Flamingo. So this little box holds up to 40 of your little foam blending pieces. So I need a new one. I need a new top. Kim said, poor Layle, she's going to keep teaching till she has no voice at all. I know, I like it though, Kim. It's been so long since I've seen you guys. It's been so long that we've done this, and I get so much out of this. I have so much fun playing because this is the only time where I play. So I need my play time. That's part of my sanity. That is part of my sanity. So your little box comes with 40 of your little Velcro pieces. And so that's how your little guys are staying in the box. Also comes with 40 pre-punched circles, 42 in case you mess up. And then 2 of those sheets. So you've got one back. You have 2 of those sheets so you can do them back to back like that. So what I do here, and I want to have a little piece of, let's make sure we have a little piece of scratch paper. It will bleed over a little bit. So that will be my new lumberjack plaid. So I want to ink that up nicely. Oh, it's so pretty. Isn't that beautiful? Such a pretty color. And I want to pounce on it, okay? I want to pounce and twist. Okay, if I pounce and twist, it's going to give me nice color. Want to make sure I get that nice and inked up. Now you can see why I wanted to do that on a piece of scratch paper. All right, so I need to do 2 of those. I need to do 1 because 1 will go on the cover so I can see what's underneath, and then 1 will go underneath that little foam blender. All right, so there's 1, and there's my other one. And then these little guys, I need to set off to the side to dry. All right, I need to set off to the side to dry because they will be a little bit damp because it's distress oxide, so it's a pigment-based ink. Takes a little bit longer to dry. So there we go. I've got those nice and inked up, that beautiful lumberjack plaid. And now I will set these things off to the side. Well, I don't need that one now, but I'll set this off to the side so it has a nice chance to dry. And then when I'm done with that, I will add those to my little storage case there. All right, let me put that on the ground so we get that out of the way. Yay, mark that off my to-do list, right? Done, done, and done. So guess what, guys? That is one of the giveaways that I'm going to do today, is for one of those little ink blending foam storage pieces that I just showed you. So they come blank, right? I have not done all the work for you. Well, I've done all the work for you in terms of printing that out, getting you your 40 little Velcros and your 42 punch circles. So that's the first prize that we'll do today. And that one we will give away like I always do. Once the video is over, come back, give it a thumbs up. The thumbs up is not reliant on you in the giveaway, but I would love it if you give it a thumbs up. Come back, give it a thumbs up, and then leave a comment. Leave a comment telling me one of the things you're looking forward to this holiday season. That is one of our lists today. So one of the things that you're looking forward to this holiday season, when we are together next weekend, I will announce, well, 2 giveaways, that's 1. So I'll announce our winners. All right, as we start to move into our listing, let's have another sip of coffee. I may need to take more hydration breaks than I normally do, friends, okay? So it's a good reminder for a hydration break. Oh, Mia, I hate it when that happens. Mia said, I just cleaned out my craft cart yesterday, and now I can't find my TN I was supposed to craft in. Oh, mind-blowing, right? Guess what? Create your list. Just create your list off the page. So sometimes like I do, like that would be an off-the-page list. Create it that way, and then when you find it, you can just adhere your list right into the page. Hi, Jody. Okay, there we go. More coffee. More coffee, always a good thing. Okay, so let's take a look at the list that we did when we were together a month ago, because that was so long ago, right? We actually only did 2 because I had hi, Louisa. Louisa said, hope you feel better. Happy to be here live. I'm happy that you're here live. Louisa, thank you. So we only did 2 last month, because when we were together on the 22nd, I got a migraine in the middle. So we did 2, and then I cut it short. So one of the lists that we did last month was in the news. And because it was October, we were doing our in the news for September. We're doing another in the news today because we have, we'll do our in the news for October. So we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get there. Hi, Linda from Sweden. Nice to have you join us for your evening. So that was in the news. And the other one that we did, this one took a while because I did some interactive things, right? Nick and I think the prior weekend had gone on a trip in our RV to a place called Currant Creek that was amazingly beautiful here in Utah. And so we created this whole extra little tip-in, that whole extra piece, because I had a lot of photos that I wanted to include in my spread. So this one is leaning a little bit more towards like the memory keeping side, right? You guys know all of this in my mind is memory keeping. It's all memory keeping, even if there are no photos. Even if I'm talking about I hate it when. But this was a little bit more memory keeping in that I had a lot of photos from that. So we had a lot of fun with that one. This was a 12 by 12 piece of paper that I cut down and scored. And then I created a little tip in. And I won't right now go through how we did that tip in. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, you can go back to the video on the 22nd. I'll do tip ins again in the future, but we had a lot of fun with that one. So those of you that are scrapbookers and you think, oh my gosh, I can't do scrapbooking in my traveler's notebooks, absolutely you can, because that is a scrapbook, right? For all intents and purposes, that is a scrapbook layout. So there we go. Okay, we are in a new month, and because we haven't been together since October, that means we need to document October in our About Last Month format. So About Last Month is a spread that I do every month, and I have been doing an About Last Month spread I want to say probably, oh my gosh, it's been over 2 years because I started in August of 2020. Yeah, it's been over 2 years. So this is my way that I get all the details down about what happened in my life from month to month. So this is the format I'm using for 2022. You'll see the stamp set that I use. It's one of my stamp sets. For 2022, I always have this format of photos over on the right-hand side. I do my stamping on the left, and then I just do a little run-on. That's a run-on list of different things that happened throughout the month. And what I do to kind of keep track of that, I have a running note that I keep on my phone. And anytime I think of something, or I'm like, oh, yesterday I went to lunch, or oh, I got sick, I just write all those things on my list so that when it comes down to sitting down and doing this, I have all that information already there on my note because I've been collecting it throughout the month. Now, I might also be looking at my photos on my phone. I might also be looking at my calendar. So it makes it easier to kind of piece all of those things together. So that's what I did this morning. I sat down, looked at my note, looked at my calendar. Sometimes, like this morning, Nick's like, what's on your list today? Well, he already knew. He already looked about last month. He's like, oh, yeah, what did we do? What did we do last month? And then he popped in a couple things that I didn't have on my list. So that's the first list that we are going to do. This is a 2-page spread. So what I need to do here, I have this blank page right here. So I am going to skip this page. I will come back. I will do a list on this page at some point, but because I have a 2-page spread that I need to do, I will do that on this spread. So I'll come back to that. So I have pre-printed my photo. And when I say pre-printed my photo, what I mean is that is a 5x7 photo. It is a 5x7 photo, okay? I have used my Epson PictureMate PM400 printer with the Epson Creative Print app to do this. You guys have been asking for a long time. I have promised 2 videos. And I said once I got done with all my traveling, so in early December, I will have 2 videos that will be here on my YouTube channel. One of those is all the ins and outs, for those of you that have purchased that Epson PM400 printer, all the ins and outs, the fun little tricks on how to do some of these things. It's super easy. But what I did using that Epson Creative Print app, there's a bunch of pre-configured templates. So there's a template that I pick every time. I didn't create this template. There's a template that says, hey, if you're doing a 5x7, do you want to do this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 photos. And I say, yes, that's the one I want to do. And then it opens up my camera roll and I push the photos that I want to have in this particular single photo. And then I print it out through that printer. So that's what I've done here. Now, you'll notice there are 3 blank spots there. I, for my format for 2022, have chosen to have 3 blank spots there because I like to add a little bit of product, right? And that is what we saw here on September. I like to add a little bit of product on my list just to make it a little bit more fun. So I don't put photos in those 3 spots. So with that said, let's go ahead and get ready to adhere this photo. Now this is a 5x7 photo. The inserts that I use are called standard wide. So these are 5 inches wide by 8 1/4 inches tall. You would think because this is 5 inches wide and my photo is 5 inches wide that I could just adhere this right there. It is a little bit too wide. This is a little bit too wide even though they are both 5. The reason it's a little bit too wide is because of the stapling in the gutter. So I just need to trim that down just a tad. So let's go ahead and do that. Trim it down just a tad. How is everybody doing today? What's the weather like where you are? Hopefully not too cold. Hopefully not too snowy. And if it is cold and snowy, hopefully you have the opportunity to be inside and enjoy the cold and snowy from the inside as opposed to the outside. And if you're outside, good for you. Hopefully you're bundled up. Hopefully you're bundled up. We are heading into a pretty big week here in the U.S. We're heading into Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Oh my gosh, there's so many things now. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, Wednesday's even a day. I don't remember what it's called, but Wednesday's even a day. And then, of course, Thursday is Thanksgiving, our Thanksgiving here in the U.S. So lots of traveling, lots of people traveling, lots of people shopping, doing family things. Maybe starting to think about getting your tree out. If you celebrate Christmas and you have a Christmas tree, you're getting some of your Christmas decorations out. Some of you already have all that stuff out, which, you know what? No shame in that game, honestly. You want to get your Christmas decorations out after October, on November 1st, then you absolutely should. If it makes you happy, you should do that. Cat Mouse. Oh, I love that. Cat Mouse said, gorgeous sunny day, 66 degrees in Oceanside. Oh, that's beautiful. The ocean, I love the ocean in Oceanside. Well, clearly you're right by the ocean. Love that. Mariana, hi, my friend. Nice to see you. Where are you? Are you Florida? Or are you Mexico? Linda said, today we got 50 centimeters of snow. That is a lot. Linda, friend, I need help. Centimeters, you know, American, and we don't do those. So in my head, I need help translating centimeters to inches. Will you tell me how many inches? And lots of us, how many inches that is? Because it's a lot, I know, but I don't know how many centimeters is an inch. I do know that there are 2.2 pounds to a kilo. I do know that much. Mariana, San Francisco, holy moly, you make it around, lady. Trissa, 43 here in Southern Maryland, but no snow. Okay, chilly. All right, so there we go. There is my photo. I have pulled out, well, because October, right? Oh, 59 degrees in Irvine in Lake Forest, Ms. L says. So I have pulled out, ooh, Lillian, 69 in Florida. Is that a little chillier than normal? Mariana, how did I not know you lived in the Bay Area? That's where we met. We met at PlannerCon in the Bay Area. I think in my head, weren't you last time in Florida? I don't know. Hard for me to keep things straight. So yes, wondering if that's normal weather, 69 in Florida, or if it's normally a little bit warmer than that. Mother Goose Librarian said 25 in New York, and you know what? That is a wet cold. Wet cold is very different than dry cold. We have dry cold here in Utah. Scrapbook Sista, thank you. 19 inches of snow. That's a lot of snow, right? 19 inches of snow. That is a good amount, especially if you're trying to shovel it. Okay, so October. This is about last month for October. So I have pulled out some Halloween product. Guys, I was so busy traveling. We didn't do any Halloween lists this year. I didn't do any Halloween lists. In prior years, we've done Halloween lists. So if you are looking for some Halloween themed lists, you can go to our 2020 list of lists or our 2021 list of lists, and you'll see some great Halloween listing topics. There we go. Mariana said it's okay. She travels a lot for work. Bucerius, yes, love Bucerius. Something that Mariana and I learned we have in common. All right, so I pulled out some Halloween product. This is the Fancy Pants. And I can't remember, of course I don't have the packaging. The packaging is somewhere around here. You guys, the products that I'm using and showing in the session today, in the description of the YouTube video here, there is a link that says products I'm using. It's either a link, if it's after the fact, when I go to the next video, I then replace that one link of what I'm using with more specific links. But for now, in there, you'll see a link that says products I'm using. That will take you to my website, to a page on my website showing you all the products I am using. You can purchase them there. So I think this one is called Happy Halloween, I want to say. So I need to do a little bit of decorating here. So I'm going to go to some of the die cuts and see what might work. Really pretty. I shouldn't say, well, pretty. It's Halloween, right? So Halloween can only be so pretty, but look at that. I love kind of that misshapen, different looking pumpkin. How fun is that one? That little house with the tree. Definitely has a whimsical feel to it, doesn't it? Cute little skeleton, which sounds odd to say cute little skeleton. Another cute pumpkin with a little spider on it. Cute little witch. So I'm just looking for some things. Oh my gosh, look at that monster. So cute. A little cat. I'm just looking for some things. I don't know, maybe that could go there, right? That could possibly go there with something above it. I don't know, that might take up too much room. So, excuse me. Let's just keep looking and see what we have. Stephanie, I thought that was going to happen. Stephanie said Buffalo, New York, they got 5.5 feet of snow. Stephanie, we were talking about that earlier. Oh my goodness, that's like record breaking, right? That is insane. I hope that everybody's okay. I know they had shut down the interstate like on Wednesday, I think. Maybe Wednesday they shut down the interstate to all the big trucks because they were worried about, they were worried about, oh, I like that one much better. There we go. They were worried about like the big trucks getting stuck on the road and causing horrible traffic jams. And oh my goodness, look at, so cute. I don't know. I kind of like both of those there. That would be cute. If I do both of those, this can actually come up a little bit higher into my out the window airplane photo. If we do that, maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll end up doing a little pumpkin over here. I normally don't do something like that over there, but I kind of think I want a pumpkin in there too. So I need just something little teeny to go right there. Let's see what we have in the little teenies. Oh my goodness. Look at the ghosties. You know what's fun about this line, you guys, as you're looking? The colors are a little bit more muted, so they're not your typical like super bright orange. And what's fun about it too, it even translates a little bit into the fall side of things. So not everything is, 100% Halloween. Definitely, I wouldn't buy it unless you're really looking for something Halloween. But one of the side benefits is the little kind of flowers and brownery. That's kind of part of the collection. Like, look how fun that is. Just super fun and whimsical. All right, we're looking for, oh, look at maybe that bat. How about if that bat goes right there? Perfect. Okay, so let's get out. One more thing I need to think about though. I think that I might like to do some washi here along the bottom. So there was no washi with this collection. Fancy Pants doesn't do washi. So I pulled washi. We'll see. I don't know. I pulled some washi from Simple Vintage October 31st. That's another Halloween collection that I have on the website. So if you're looking for something a little bit more, I won't say a little bit more traditional because this is definitely like a vintage Halloween, but Simple Vintage October 31st has a little bit more of like the brighter colors that you would that you sometimes associate with Halloween. But you know what? This would work. This is a great one. This is kind of a newsprint looking one. Isn't that fun? I think we'll use that as a little swatch of washi along the bottom. Carmen said, I love this collection. I love it too, Carmen. I think it's really fun. So I wanted to bring it out and show it just because, like I said, I didn't use any Halloween this year because I haven't been around for Saturdays for our lists. And I don't need to go all the way over. I just need to go a little way over. Now, if you are running your washi from side to side, I do always recommend that you come in and separate that as your insert starts to grow. You want those pages not to be stuck together with your washi, because eventually when I am done with this insert, and this is the second video that I promised I would do, I disassemble my insert. I take the cover off. I take all the pages out because what's going to happen is it will bust out from the seams just because we're putting so much in there. The staples can't possibly hold all that, so that's totally normal. So then I will come in, recover it, and then I hand stitch it with a blunt nosed needle and some wax thread. So watch for a video on how to do that as well. So, but anyhow, you want to separate your washi there. So this little guy can go right there. But guess what I do need to do? I do need to have a little bit more of that coming out this end. There we go. And then you never really can tell that I didn't put it all the way across. All right, so I'm curious, you guys, are you listing with me today? Are you, if you are you working on your About Last Month? Are you working on your About Last Month? Oh, I've had tons of questions about Layle, what's in store for the year in review kit for 2023. Oh, some really fun things. I have, guess what, friends? I need to rethink this. Because guess what I was going to do? Remember how this was going to be higher? I need to come back. That wasn't very smart of me now, was it? Okay, because I split that, I can come pull this off. But I started out way too low. No worries, I'll just redo that part. Every year, I do a kit either in late December, early January, shooting for mid-December this year, assuming that everything goes according to plan. I do a kit called Year in Review. And it is a project kit, and there's a class that's with it, and I help you with the product and instruction put together your Traveler's Notebook insert for the coming year. And there's a fun kit that goes with that. Some of you did that with me this year and last year. There is a stamp set. There's a brand new stamp set. I have my production sample of that. So those will go into production here probably week after next with the stamping vendor that I use. So there is a brand new fun stamping set for that. There is also a, you know what I'm going to do here, guys? I want those, I want to position them where I want them. And then I think that will be good right there. That's where I want them. And if I move those, chances are they're not going to stay in that place. So what I want to grab is, oh, please tell me it's here. Hang on. Hang tight for a minute, friends. I'm going to a drawer. I'm going to a drawer. Oh. Hold on, I'm still here. I am still here. Why is that not here? Everything is in shambles. Everything is such in shambles. Okay, let me keep looking. Hang on. I really need this. I swear I put it away where it belonged. Hold on, hold on. I need Nick. I need Nick. I need my runner. Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh. It was where it belonged, you guys. It was just leaning up against the drawer. I couldn't see it. Kim said, oh, can we get a sneak peek at the brand new production stamp set? You know what, Kim? How about next weekend? How about if we do that next weekend? It's in a different spot in my room. So I'll sneak peek next weekend. I will commit to that. All right, so you guys, what I was looking for, this is tape. It is highlighter tape, and this is a new product that I have on my website. And it's great to use if you have die cuts that you want to stay in the same place, stay in the same position. You don't want to lose their position when you then lift them up to put your adhesive on. So it is tape that if I go like that, those two pieces are now together, okay? This really comes in handy if you maybe have a die cut word or something like that, and you have maybe 5 or 6 letters and you get them all placed. You just put that tape across all those letters and then pick them up together. Just like this, I'm now picking that up together in the exact place that I want it. And now I can use, I'm gonna use my little glue pen here, just because a few of those areas are a little bit tighter to get into. I did not link this one in the what I'm using, but when we're done, I'll go back and link it in case you're looking for it. But it comes in clutch when you want to keep placement for something. And then the best part about it is when you are ready to, once you get it down where you want it to be, that just pulls right off. Super easy. The other nice thing about it with your fingernails is that you can reuse it. So you might have noticed here, look at, those pieces weren't large enough for what I needed, but you can use, hi Susan, Susan said that tape is genius. It is. And then you can reuse those pieces. So also comes in handy if you're a die cutter and you're using like a manual die cutting machine and kind of taping down your dies, those work really well too. But yeah, that comes in really handy. So now what I need to do is I just need to come in and glue the back side of that piece so it is so it stays nice and flat for me. Mariana said, looking for something that is right under your nose is my MO. I know, right? But I love it when I put something away and it's where it should go, right? Because that doesn't always happen. Carmen said, I'm finishing up my December kit. Oh, I love that. That's fabulous. That is fabulous. And Gracie said she's using the Simple Vintage October 31st. She's listing. Okay. Mariana said, those die cuts are so cute. That skeleton carrying something in the top right is adorable. Isn't that? That kind of reminds me a little bit, like it has a little bit of a Dia de los Muertos flair to it, doesn't it? Very fun. And I think that little skeleton, that little lady skeleton is carrying a bushel of weeds. No, not weeds. Dried flowers. She's carrying a bushel of dried flowers. Okay. So now I positioned a little bit differently here. Remember when I had that spot? Initially, I was thinking that that was going to go there. Well, now that doesn't really fit in that spot. So I think I can do a little bat there, but don't worry, friends, I have a plan for that spot. I'll show you. So here we go. Again, using my my glue pen. Glue pens really come in handy when you have something small that you are trying to adhere. Sometimes your tape runner is a little bit more difficult. Also, reverse grip tweezers. Reverse grip tweezers are very handy when you have a small piece and you're trying to pick up. So I think we'll put that little guy there, that little bat there. Now I have a little small space right there. I have that little trapped white space. So look at what I have. I have the Puffy stickers from that same collection, that Happy Halloween collection from Fancy Pants. And look at, I have little stars and I have a little bat. So let's see what we do here. I think I might put, let's try this. What if we put a little bat up there? They're little teeny ones. Look at, there's a little bat right there. And I think I'll put a little star right there. I think a little star would be nice right there. So let's do that. All right, so I think I'm pretty much done right there. There is my little kind of corner, lower right-hand corner. That's why I like to leave those 3 spaces open so I can do a little bit of decorating, because I like to do the decorating. And I think I will probably just stick with 1 row of washi in this case. Sometimes I do 2, but I feel like that 1 row of washi has a lot going on, so I'm good with that. All right, so now we need to move on to our stamping. So let me get some of my tools put off to the side. Let's put those away so we know where we are when we need them in a second. Whoopsie. Get those put away in my little tool, my little stash and store here. Have you guys seen that? That's what all my little tools are stored in on my desk. That's called Little Stash and Store. I have those on my website in a couple different colors. Ouch. They also come in 2 different sizes, which is awesome because when I travel, I don't take all my tools. Look at it, little size. There's a stray hair in there, but my little size. So I take that. So everything is always right there where I need it. I'm not always looking for my tools as long as I put them away. Long as I put them away. Okay, so I thought before I do much over here, I feel like, I don't know, you know what I might do? I don't do this very often. Maybe we'll do one of our little skeletons. That's a little pumpkin. I might do a little pumpkin just kind of in there. Little pumpkin or a little ghosty. Little ghosty could be cute, maybe like right there. So maybe that's just in the middle of my list because I kind of feel like I shouldn't put one right here. And this is why. When I work, you guys, I think it's helpful. I hope it's helpful for me to tell you why I put something somewhere and maybe not something elsewhere. So if I put that pumpkin right there, really cute, right? But guess what? Look how bottom heavy my list is. I mean, there's a lot going on across the bottom. So I feel like we need something to help lift our eye up, right? We need to lift our eye up. And once we get our title here, we want something to help move our eye downward. So I think if I put a little ghosty right there, then that will help to move our eye over to the next page. So that's why I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and put that down right now. Let's see. Diane said, I love the tool holder. Have one in my craft room and one in my office at work. I think I will need to get one of the smaller ones also. Great for sewing, great for work, because depending on your profession, you might have a bunch of little tools that, you need to have handy, even if it's just your pens and your erasers and your pencils and scissors and things like that. Let's see. Mariana just asked a great question, so I want to read that in a sec. Okay, I want to read that in a minute. There we go. Mariana said, Hey squirrels, who here is destashing a box's worth at year end to make room for 2023 craft supplies? Please tell me I'm not the only one. Me too. Absolutely 100%, Mariana. I'm 100% destashing. My room is a mess. I was just saying to Nick last night, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't find a thing. I need to plow through here with a big dumpster. But don't worry, because when I just stash, you guys, I don't throw away. Well, some things I throw away, but if they are recyclable, meaning that someone else could use them, I figure out a way for someone else to use them. Gabby said, is the inside rubber? Yes, Gabby, the inside of that tool is rubber. So that's what makes it so awesome, because those little pieces totally take another shape depending on what you put in there. So like that guy goes in there, and the rubber makes it so that that larger tip will fit. And then even you've got smaller things like my ruler can slide right in there. But yeah, very flexible and pliable. So your things also don't fall out. It holds the things in with the rubber. All right, so now let me go in and I'm gonna do a little bit of my outlining. See, you guys, I couldn't miss this. Because if I missed our listing today, I'm so behind since we haven't listed for a month. When the heck would I get this done? So I can still do it even with a voice that sounds like, I don't know what it sounds like. It sounds like someone who's been doing too much talking, which is part of it, and then someone who's been a little bit under the weather, which is also part of it. But I am very thankful that it held off during all of my travels. If I had my druthers, I would have had it held off until, oh, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. So we would be through this weekend and I would have been through my virtual teaching, but it all worked out okay. Teresa, hi. Teresa said hello, popping in from work. Nice to have you pop in with us, Teresa. Celia said she's detaching tons of stuff so she can actually use her room, right? Roberta said, I have a container that I store leftovers that I don't want to throw away for my granddaughter. It's her bin to create with. Love that idea, Roberta. Love it. You know what they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure, right? So definitely, just because we don't want it anymore, might not use it anymore, doesn't mean that someone else might not. Mariana's making a kit for a friend fighting cancer. That is lovely. Oh, I love it. She's gifting her a traveler's notebook cover and an insert from when we met, when I worked at Carpe Diem. Love that. Kim said her last son moved out, empty nesting now and turning his room into a craft room. Hooray! Now, Kim, not hooray for your son moving out, although that's a good thing, right? That's kind of what we do. We raise them so that they can go out and be free-range children. That's what I call them, free-range children. So they can go out and be on their own. But I love it that now you're turning his room into something that you can use. Okay, sorry, guys. I had to clear my throat a little bit. Julie said it sounds like 2-pack a day, right? It sounds like I have a two-pack of cigarette smoking a day habit, right? Oh, no, goodness. No. I've said this once before, you guys. Not many people know this about me, but I'll share it with you guys. I've said this once before. I used to smoke, if you didn't know that. Horrible, awful habit. This year, 7 years. This year will be 7 years. I think 7, 6, maybe 6. I don't know. Now it's all blended. But it's been 6 years since I've had a cigarette, so I'm very proud of that. If you ever have any kind of habit like that, that is not something that is easy to break. So for those of you that are working on breaking habits, you can do it. You can do it. Not many people know that about me. I don't tell many people that because that's not something I'm very proud of, right? Nasty, disgusting habit that's very addicting and not something I'm proud of. But I will share that with you guys because you're my friends. You're my friends, even though I don't know you, some of you, but we know each other, right? Okay, guys, so now we're ready for our stamping. Yeah, don't ever be ashamed, even if you smoke. You know what? Totally okay. Totally okay. Even if you still smoke. Awesome. You know what? You do you. You do what you have to do to make it through the day. I get it. Believe me, I get it. Okay. Hang on, you guys. Need to clear that throat for a second. Need to clear that throat. Julie, thank you. Julie said, congrats. That is truly awesome. Yeah. Doesn't mean I don't still think about it every day. Not every day, but every once in a while it's like, oh my goodness. All right, enough about that. Enough about me. We don't need to talk about that horrible, disgusting habit. Okay, so now we are going to, nothing to be embarrassed of, friends, though. We all have our vices. And I'm saying that more for you, not me. Oh, Debbie, look at Debbie. Quit 13 years ago. Best decision I made. Debbie, congratulations. Very proud of you. Look at Ms. L, 8 years for me. Thought I'd never be able to do it. Congratulations to you too. Louisa is catching up, planning after gallstone surgery on Monday. Oh my goodness. Louisa, hope you're feeling better. Gallstone surgery, I've heard that those are horrible, right? They're supposed to be so painful. But now that gives you some time to hang out with us and get to listing again. Okay, so back to our stamping. I need my stamping block. Here we go. I am taking my nesting stamping blocks, and when I use this stamp set, I need to have a stamping block that is at least 4 inches wide. The reason for that is one of the stamps that I use. So this is my About Last Month stamp set. This is the 22 set. Thank you, J-Lo. Thank you. This is a 2022 stamp set. There is a 2023 stamp set coming out for that. So we can kind of switch things up for the coming year. Let me pull that out. This is a very well-used set. My little, there we go. All right. So I need my little grid. So let's grab our grid. Let's grab our piece that says about last month. Let's grab our 2022, and October was the 10th month. And then I also need the month that says October. So all of those pieces are going to make up that grid that you see right there. A couple things. As I start to feel the back of some of these stamps, your stamps, you guys, your photopolymer stamps will get dusty. The back sides of them will get dusty. They'll get lint on them, right? If you've ever noticed that sometimes your stamps stop sticking to your stamping block, that is why, because they're dusty on the back, and they're you can feel it. You can kind of feel it. They're not very sticky. They don't have that normal stick that a photopolymer stamp has. I keep in my craft room a little bottle of water, that's a little spray bottle, and a little bottle of rubbing alcohol, and then a little cloth. So what I do is I'm just going to take a little bit of rubbing alcohol. You could use water as well. I'm going to put that on that cloth. We want to put our lid back on because we don't want any wet disasters. And I'm just going to rub that on the back of that stamp. That is right away going to take all of that lint off. We want the lint off, so and this is the back side, not the front side, right? We want the lint off so that it will stick nice and strong to the stamping block. Especially as you have smaller stamps, like the little bullet stamps, you guys, it's a good idea to get in the habit of doing that every so often so you don't lose those stamps. Those little tiny ones will fall off. If they're not sticky anymore, they'll fall off that little backer sheet. So we want to do that and then let those dry. All right, we're talking about some kind of good idea in the chat, so I want to see what that is. Let's see. I don't know. I missed it. Okay, here we go. So now what I need to do, I need to set up that grid. I like to set up the grid on my stamping block because there's so many pieces. But what some people will do is they'll set up their stamps on their flat surface and get them all where they want and then just pick them up right like that. But because there's so many pieces here, I like to do that on my stamping block. So I need to think. My brain needs to get accustomed to thinking about something a little bit differently when I am stamping, right? Because I am going to be stamping with, I don't even know how to explain this other than to just start showing you. So when I put my little grid right here, let's put it right here. When I put my little grid right here, I have to turn that upside down, right? So it's kind of like a mirror image. So I need to be thinking mirror image when I am stamping that. Whoa, what was that? Oh, that's the 10. I need to be thinking mirror image. So there's my mirror image. The other thing I need to be thinking about is based on the size of my stamping block, where I want the position of that stamp. Because right now, I don't want that to be there. The reason I don't want that to be there is, look, I have all of this over here. I'm going to have a hard time getting a good stamped impression with these things, part of my stamping block, being on the other side of the page. So what that means is I want to be all the way over here. So I need to turn that around. See, my mind has to think reverse. I want that to be over here. So I want to turn it around so it is over here. All right. So let's get a little bit more over to this side. Did that make sense? Because we're working with a stamping block that is wider. We need it to be a little bit wider because our grid is wide. We need to, this every time I look at this, it reminds me for some reason of like the Golden Gate Bridge. All right, here we go. So now my stamp can be there and I don't have part of my stamping block over here getting in the way and causing a problem. All right, so next up on my grid, I put right there, I put the 2-digit month. So my 10 will go right there. Okay. A little bit crooked, but we'll get our 10 right there. And then I need to put the month right there. So let's put October right there. Below, I put about last month, and that is in my writing, about last month. So there's more writing again, you guys, in the 2023 stamp set for the year in review, or for the about last month. Because you guys tell me you like the writing, you like my writing, so I actually have four or five really fun new stamp sets coming out. So we should see those in December. All right, so there we go. 10 October 2022, about last month. Looking good, right? But I don't know for sure. I don't ever then apply ink and stamp right there. I don't trust myself enough. I really should test it first, right? I always suggest test first. Test first, because once it's in, it's in. You can still kind of fix it if it's not quite straight, but look you see all of my testing. That's all my tests that I do when I'm stamping. I will be very gentle there because if we look in there, you might see. So I think I'm going to do black. I think I will do black as my title. I'll make it all black. I may come back in and, So let's talk about something for a minute. Another stamp that's part of this set is the little kind of watercolor swatch. So when we look at September, see how I have a watercolor swatch right there? If I wanted, I could do the watercolor swatch first in orange and then stamp on top the month in black. So I think I could do that. I think that's what I'm going to do. Kim, thanks for answering that for Shay. Shay had asked how to make those sticky again. So what I'm going to do, friends, I'm pulling off the October for now. I don't want to stamp the black yet because I want to stamp the that orange. So all of this is going to be black minus anything right there, because then I will come in and do my orange and then I will stamp the black on top of that. Working with a couple different colors there, so I need to remove one of those stamps because I don't want it to get black yet. I want to do the black on top of the orange so that the black is really, like the orange will be secondary to the black underneath it. Oopsie. All right. Let's get, I need Nick. I need my wipe. I need my wipes. All right. Oh, I also wanted to do this. Get that off of there. Okay. So now we're testing, right? We're test stamping in my test notebook. We like to test stamp for a couple reasons. Number one, I can make sure things are straight. Number two, I can make sure that the information's correct, that I didn't accidentally think it was really September instead of October and I put the wrong thing down. If I am using alphabet stamps, I can make sure I spelled the word correctly. There we go, looking pretty good. Everything looks pretty straight, so I think we're good there. Oh, actually it's not. Do you guys see that? Do you see how that little grid is, it's kind of lifting up. I don't want that little lift up. So that is not, it's got a little bit of a lift. So let's fix that little bit of a lift there. This way. It's not bad. It's really not bad. So let me see if I can just kind of push that down a little bit. My tweezers, because it still has ink on it. Better? We'll call it good enough. We'll call it good enough. All right. So now I'm going to re-ink. I'm going to re-ink and I'm going to stamp. Before I stamp, I need to grab a tool. The tool is the pencil board. So pencil board is one of my new products. It is 5 by 8. It has rounded corners. It's clear acrylic. Those of you that have the ruler, it is the same width as the ruler. It is etched on one side. There are grids etched into there. So if you wanted to use this as a large stamping block, you could. You have something to line your stamps up on. But its primary purpose is a pencil board. And a pencil board is for you to put something underneath whatever you're stamping on. Since I can't take this page out of the book, right? I need a flat surface to stamp on. And if I stamp right here, because I have all of these pages underneath, it's kind of lumpy bumpy, I might not get a very good stamped impression. So using a pencil board is a great tool. It's a great tip to help ensure your success when you're stamping in a traveler's notebook or in something that you can't actually take the stamp out of and work on a flat surface. It's a pencil board. If you don't want to buy a pencil board, you can make your own pencil board. You can use a large piece of chipboard. You could go to the dollar store and grab like a plastic placemat. Those of you that did my year in review class with me this year, back in December or January when I taught that, we actually talked a lot about pencil boards, and I pulled a bunch of things that I had bought at the dollar store and showed how you could make your own pencil board if you wanted, but I also have them, so if you don't want to mess with that, you can just buy one. All right, so here we go. Oh, darn it. I try to remember, I think I always go 4 lines down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so I'm in the same spot every time. Want this to still be wet. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines down. We are gonna go right. Ooh, I better go a little bit higher because, I have to go a little bit higher. Because my my little ghosty was in the way. I probably should have done my stamp before I did the ghosty, but that's okay. It's fine. It's totally fine. All right, so I want a nice even pressure. Again, I'm standing. I stand all the time, but if you're stamping, you want to stand. Gravity will then help you with the pressure. You also don't want to stamp on something like a card table. A card table is not going to give you enough resistance, right? We want that nice hard surface to give resistance for our stamp. So there we go. Look at nice and black. Okay, so then what I wanted to do was, we'll put this off to the side. I wanted to do some orange. Now, we talked about already, this orange is a little bit of a different orange, right? It's a little bit of a muddier, more subtle orange. So let's look at our oranges and see what might work. Carved pumpkin I use a lot for Halloween, but that's really too bright for what I want. Right, persimmon could work, but it's still spiced marmalades. Ah, look at, what about Rusty Hinge? Rusty Hinge is it, right? Don't you guys think? I think it's Rusty Hinge. So let me go ahead and grab Rusty Hinge. That is a perfect example of when you're, see if it's here, when you're swatching, makes it so much easier, right guys? There's Rusty Hinge. Here's another example. That looks totally brown, right? But when you stamp it, it takes on a little bit more of an orangey color. That is also why you should swatch, because I would never pick that color if I was looking for an orange. It's a little bit more of that color. So there we go. Put this back. I also, in terms of an organization, hold on, let me get that in there. I'm trying to do that one-handed. I gotta put that back. Wow, I'm super shaky. That's not wanting to go in. Hang on. Okay, there we go. In terms of organization, I organize my inks. My inks are all Roy G. Biv here, so the spectrum of the rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and then kind of the browns. But then I also organize my inks that way, so it's really easy. Once I pick this one, I know where to find that one. So I'm going to do my orange here, and I will use, let's see, October. October is short. No, I think I'll do longer. With that stamp set, you have two kind of watercolor ink swatches, one for your shorter months, one for your longer months. And October is kind of in between, but I think I'll do the longer one. I think we'll do the longer one. So let's put the little one back and grab the longer one. So when you are doing layered stamping, sometimes it helps to think about which color you want to do first. If you are stamping well, obviously you don't want to stamp a lighter color on a darker color, because in most cases you won't see that at all. I've had that happen a couple times, and when it happens, it is what it is. In this example, I did a lighter color. Well, actually, that worked out okay. The lighter on top of the darker, right? I said that wrong. I probably, in this case, wouldn't want to do a darker on top of the lighter. That's what I meant to say. So, what I'm going to stamp here, I want to stamp the orange, because then I'm going to stamp October in black. I could do it either way, and sometimes I'll test it both ways just to see what it looks like. Here's another benefit of doing your test stamp first. When you're doing a two-step stamp like we're doing right here, I have my test already there, so I can work within my test stamped image there to make sure I like what it's going to look like. So there we go. I'll ink that up with Rusty Hinge, and we'll make sure we like that color. We'll make sure we like that color. Oh yeah, look at, isn't that weird? It is much oranger. You know what, it's just hard on paper. When they print the labels, it's just hard sometimes to get the exact color. Right, make sure I get all those little spots filled in. If that goes right there, are we going to like that? Let's see. Are we going to like that? Oh, I think so. So let's bring it back in. I think that'll be good, right? It's still Halloween, it's still orange, but it's not like the bright orange, and it works really well with the colors in that collection, so I like it. Now, what I also have to do, though, is I also need to stamp October. So why don't I take, will that work? I better take this little guy. You guys notice I pulled out 4 different stamping blocks. That is the the stamp block set that I have that has 4 stamping blocks layered in one, so all in one package. So that comes in really handy when you have different sizes that you're working with. Not to say that I couldn't use one large stamping block for all of them. It sometimes just gets a little bit harder to work with a larger stamping block when you have a small stamp. So I like to have different size stamping blocks. Okay, so now let's take, ooh boy, that was almost disaster. Let's take our black and see what that looks like. Oops, don't like to do that. I prefer to apply my ink to the stamp as opposed to my stamp to the ink. And what I had just started with was that. That's why I don't want to do that. A lot of times you might fumble your stamp, your ink block. Also, I tend to, if I apply stamp to ink, I tend to get ink everywhere. So I feel like I have a little bit more control if I apply ink to stamp. That black ink that I use, it's always the black ink I use. It's the VersaFine Clair Nocturne or the black, and that's the one I have on my website as well. Also have lots of Distress Oxide colors, you guys, not all of them. I don't ever foresee myself carrying all of them. There are far too many for me to carry, but there we go. There is my layer. Janet, we'll see you later. If I missed you, we'll see you later. Okay, so there's my layer. I like the way that looks, that little layering. So I should be good to go. Back to here. Ink up my little watercolor stamp, my little watercolor swatch. And we'll stamp that. All right, guys, even if you're not listing with me, even if you're not doing it about last month, tell me something that would, if you were listing with me, tell me what would have been on your list. Tell me one of the things that would be on your list for about last month. What happened in your world last month in October? What would you be putting on your list? Oh, get my stamping block out. Or excuse me, not my stamping block, my pencil board. And there we go. Let's see. Gabby said, are those grip holders on the end of the block? Yes, they are. So that's another nice thing about this stamp set. You have those little grips, okay? So see how I just lift it off? I lift it up with those little grip holders. That makes it easy to hold, right? All right, so there we go. And now I need to re-ink October. And then our stamping will be done. Tammy said, getting to see cousins I haven't seen for over 15 years. It was amazing. How fun. How fun. Oh, Kim found out she's going to be a granny again. I love that, Kim. Congratulations. Oh, J-Lo, Lizzie's Halloween retreat. Yep, you'll see. There's a picture from that. That's one of the events that I taught at in October. Okay, stamp October right on top of that. So that layer is kind of fun. There we go. All right, I'm going to set all those things off to the side. I won't clean them now just for the sake of time. Let's see. Gabby, October went on a retreat and met you. Gabby, you did. Yes, you sure did, friend. I didn't until you said that. I was not associating your name with your face. Yes, we met at Lizzie's at the bash, didn't we? No, maybe not. Oh, now I'm confused. You've got to correct me, Gabby. Correct me. Yeah, was it the Christmas bash? Yeah, I think, right? Oh, the Phillies won even though they lost the World Series. Ah, yes. So, I'm not necessarily a baseball fan. That's what I thought, Gabby. Yep, the Christmas bash. Not necessarily baseball fan, but how could you, if you watch the news at all, that's what happened. Okay, what I wish so badly right now, you guys, oh, so badly, I wish I had one of the new stamp sets that's coming out. My bullet stamp set, the Bullets and More, I use all of the time. There's just not enough bullets on it. There's not enough of a variety for me. There's a lot on there, but not enough of a variety for me. Again, necessity's the mother of invention. So guess what? There is a Bullets and More Part 2 coming out next month. And it is all bullets, no numbers, no little banners. It's all bullets. And oh my gosh, there's so many of them. There's some seasonal ones. So there's a little bat and there's a little pumpkin, and I wish I had the little bat and pumpkin for my bullets, but I don't, so that's okay. But guess what I do have? I have a star, and a star can kind of work for Halloween, right? So I'll use the star. As I start making my run-on list here, my bullets will separate each of the items on my list. And I'm using my stamping stylus. So stamping stylus is another one of my products. It looks like a pen, right? It's the shape of a pen. It's the length of a pen. And it's designed that way very specifically. So your hand is comfortable holding it. It's not a different shape or different size than your hand is used to holding. So it has flat ends, right? Flat ends. And you take your little small stamp, like in that case, I have my little star stamp, and you put it on the end of your stamp. And I'll show you. You take your ink. Oh, look at, I have 2 blocks out. You take your ink, and this is where I'm going to pull in more orange. Take my little stamp on the stylus, take my ink, and look at it. Look how easy that becomes to stamp with those little tiny stamps. So easy. If you've ever worked with a small stamp before, Deborah, you know what? That's a great question. I'm going to come back to that in 1 second because I really want to talk about that. If you've ever worked with a small stamp before, even if you have a really small stamping block, even if I have a little 1x1 square stamping block, it's hard for my little hand to hold on to that, hard for my big fingers to hold on to that, and then get a nice flat impression without rocking it. Little stamps on the stylus, it's like the heavens have opened up and the angels are singing, and it's just a great little invention. So there we go. That's what I will use to separate all the items on my list. So I want to answer Deborah's question. Deborah just asked, Layle, have you ever considered offering digital versions of your stamps? I'm a hybrid paper crafter and prefer digital to real stamps. Deborah, I haven't. No one has ever asked me that question, but that is a really, really, really good idea. That's a really, really, really good idea. So I just need to do some research on how to do that on my end. I have some really good people that I work with that I think can help me do that. So I bet Andy, that designs all my stamps for me, Andy K Arts, I think she might be able to help with that. So let's put a pin in that one. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to follow up on that because all the artwork's done. That is not hard to do at all. All right. So now let me get out my list. Here is my list. My list for about last month. I have pulled out my notebook, my handy dandy workbook or my notebook. This is what you guys see me using every week. And I've been using this since, oh my gosh, look at a year, October 9th, 2021. This, you guys, is how I plan all of our listing sessions. I use my workbook. Every single one goes into my workbook. I plan out what our list topics are. I plan my lists. I write the things on my list. In some cases, I even do a little bit of a sketch or design. You can kind of see a little bit more of that here. There's a little bit more kind of a sketch and a design. So I know what I have in mind. Also, the products that I am going to use. So here I said, oh, there we go. The collection by Fancy Pants is Happy Halloween. This is available in a little bit of a different version because there's some things in here that I need for me that wouldn't pertain to you guys, but it is available on my website, both in a printed version where I have bound it for you, and then also a downloadable version. Okay, because there's other parts too, your list ideas, your sketches, all kinds of things. Oh goodness, look what I have here. Wipes are your friend. Wipes are a really good thing to have in your craft space, whatever your craft space is, even if it's just your kitchen, because I had a little ink there, little black ink. Now I need that to dry. Ooh, okay, now I need a paper towel because, look at, I've got something on there. On my Ikea work surface that I just, it's a tabletop, and when I'm not teaching, I just pull it off. Hi, Shelly Rose. So nice to see you, friend. All right, so the things on my list. Lots of things for the month of October, and this is where I just start doing what I call a run-on list. So I'm just making a big run-on list. It's not a list like this where it is numbered. It's just a run-on list, and I write and put a bullet in between. Write and put a bullet in between. One quick thing that I want to show you, actually, I'm going to talk about this very quickly. When you are stamping, it's really important that you are paying attention to what happened on the page before. And what I mean by that, remember when I left this page blank And I intentionally did that because this would needed to be a 2-page spread. I left it blank. Hi, Linda May. Oh, Linda May, I just remembered. I meant to email you and thank you for that beautiful card that you sent me, that beautiful thank you card. It was so fun how you packaged it in that little like glassine or like clear envelope. I loved it. That was such a nice little surprise. Thank you for that. I'm sorry I forgot to email you. Okay, so before I ever started stamping here, I should always look at what happened before it. If I had done a list on this page and my list was directly on this page, I would be really sad right now. Do you see why I'd be sad? Look at, I have some shadowing and ghosting from my stamping that happened on the next page. So before you ever stamp on a page, do a quick check. Do a quick check and make sure that you're not about to ruin something that you had worked so hard on the prior page. Now that page is not ruined. That doesn't mean I can't use it. That just means I'll need to create my list on something else and then adhere that list to that page. So that's a really good learning opportunity right there. Be careful when you're stamping. Look what's come before, all right? But we're good because I didn't have anything there. And if you did, guess what? It is what it is. You really can't fix it. You could do the list over or just say, you know what? Life is life and move on. All right, now let's do our listing. Here we go. Let's take my little star, my cute little star stamp. I think I want to, I'm going to drop down, I think right here, just to give myself a little bit of space. So here we go. Nick and Sam. Nick's my husband, and Sam is our youngest son. Went to the University of Utah football game. So they were dressed in their red Ute attire. Ute, University of Utah. Nick and I both went to the U. That's what we call it, the U. University of Utah, and colors are red. So there we go. Linda, I need you to make me a hot toddy and drive it all the way over to my house. I don't know, that's only like 30 miles or something, right? It's a ways. Nancy, hello, Nancy, my friend. I saw Nancy last night in the virtual with the Crop and Create delivered. Nancy said, hi, everyone. Just dropping in to say hi and say, hope you feel better soon. Thank you. Your class last night was amazing. Still working on the tans, but loved everything. Thank you, Nancy. Enjoy the rest of the event because it's a good one. All right, so they went to the football game. What else? Oh, yes, Sam and T. T is his girlfriend. Sam and T flew to Tacoma to spend a week with Jack. Jack's our older son, and Kat. Kat, K-C. I think it's C. Jack and Kat. Jack's girlfriend. So that was kind of fun that they did that. So sometimes it's not all about me, right? Sometimes it's not all about me. It's just the people in my life, and I'm listing about those things as well. I taught at Firefly Farm in Minnesota. Oh, okay, friends, please give me a reminder on how to spell Minnesota. I always get confused if it's two N's. Let me look. Minnesota. I think it's two N's and two T's. Yes, is that right? No. M-I-N-N. Oh, only one T. M-I-N-N-E. Thank you. M-I-N-N-E-S-O-T-A. Thank you. I always think there should be two. I know there are two N's. I always think there should be two more of something else. Taught at Firefly Farm in Minnesota. Beautiful retreat house. This is photo from that. The lady in the middle is, oh my heavens, Trisha. Totally drew a blank. Trisha's in the middle. This is the front of the retreat house. And then my friend Joey that works for Photo Play. So I taught at that retreat, the retreat house in Minnesota. Talked about that before. Okay, then we go. Oh yes, Nick and I did a quick getaway in Harvey. Harvey is our RV to Currant Creek. That is, I don't know, about 2.5 hours from where we live. Those two photos are from there. So there we are. That's beautiful area. All the colors changing. And then that was there also. The leaves were unbelievable. We had such a fun time. You guys, we were boondocking. Boondocking means no connections, no service, no hookups. No one else was around. We didn't even have cell service. Like we were really like out there. We were really like out there. Okay, so then you know what I need? This Sharpie. The Sharpies, after a while, they're little tips because that's what happens. I need a new one. They just wear down. So I'm replacing that. All right, we did that. Oh, all right. Some of you guys had been begging me to do this. We watched The Offer. You guys have said, oh my gosh, you need to watch The Offer. It's so good. We watched The Offer. The Offer is it is fiction, but it is loosely based on a book about how the movie The Godfather was produced and how it came to life. Very good series. But I will tell you, it is The Godfather, so it's mafia, there's swearing, there's lots of, Godfather things that you would expect. But yes, I think Terry Leto kept telling me to watch that. We loved that one. That was a really good series. We did a friend's dinner that we usually try to do about once a month. Well, it's been a while though. It's probably been a few months. There were probably about 10 couples, so that was fun. As I continue going, we had our first snow of the season on the 15th. Always fun when it's the first snow, but we've had a few more since then, but nothing really sticking down here in the valley yet. Nothing but down here in the valley yet. Oh gosh, Jack smashed his finger. Had to go to the Instacare or the urgent care. If you have not heard me talk about Jack, our older son, before, Jack is, so Kathy, I don't remember which streaming service is on. You know what I want to say for some reason? I want to say Paramount, I think. Maybe it's Paramount. But it is, if you look, it's called The Offer. Mario, I want to say, if some of you know that, if you want to type it in the chat, that would be great. But it's called The Offer. Anyhow, Jack is working his way towards being a chef. That's what he does. That's his profession. So when you use your hands as part of your job and you smush a finger, it's kind of a bad thing. Totally okay. Absolutely, totally okay. Didn't have to have stitches, but good. So yes, he smashed his finger. I taught at my friend Lizzie Lou, her Halloween retreat. I dressed up as a Dalmatian. She dressed up as Cruella de Vil. So here we are. Here she is, dressed up as Cruella de Vil, and there I am in the little dog costume. That was fun. Her Halloween retreats are always really fun. All right, so then we did, I taught my December documented class. I taught that 6 times this year. 6 times. Between in person, I taught it 4 times in person and twice virtual. So 6 times I taught that class. I feel like I could teach that class now in my sleep, but I'm so excited for December to get here. So I can now finish it with all the photos and the stories. We had went to lunch with some girlfriends. Lunch with Kathy, Sherry, and Karen. So you guys, this is my process. It's my run-on list, right? Just my run-on list of what kind of happened. This is a great way for me to remember after the fact. So I now can look back the entire year and I have like a little diary of everything that happened. This is probably probably this format of memory keeping has resonated with me the most over the last few years. Just because this is easy, it's simple, I don't reinvent the wheel every time. It's the same format, I use the same format for a full year and it makes it super easy, quick, done, no pressure. Mario Puzo, thank you Shay, that's it, Mario Puzo. He was actually also, I read that he was, I think, executive producer, one of the producers on that, on the series. So that was kind of fun. Oh my goodness. Okay. I did lots of event prep for Lizzie Lou Christmas Bash and the 3 Craft Chicks Let It Snow Retreat. Whoopsie. Oh, well, that'll be okay. Let it snow. Whoopsie. It looks like lettuce, so kind of is so. That's okay. We won't fix that. We won't fix that. All right, I'm just going to finish this, guys, because I got to get it finished or else I'll never finish it. So I'm going to finish, and then we'll move on, okay? Let's see. Nick did some traveling. So Nick was in New Jersey for one business trip. And where was the other one? Las Vegas. Some golfing in there. He also, while I was gone, he built a counter over our washer and dryer. If you were with me last month, one of the things that was on my list for last month was we had to replace our washer and dryer because our dryer died. So we replaced the washer and dryer, and this month Nick built a fun counter to go on top of that. Nick's very handy. He can do all the things. Well, he generally doesn't like to do electrical, but he can if he has to. That's where Sam comes into play. Sam is in his second year of electrician school, our younger son. All right, let's see what else we have left here, you guys. So I designed a class for Crop and Create Delivered. Lots of designing and prepping. Lots and lots and lots. And then, last one I'll say is I did a little bit of fall decorating, a little bit. And what I did for fall decorating, I have over the years collected a number of pumpkins that are not orange. So you can kind of see here. So there's a glass one, there's a white one, there's a wood one. And that's how I can decorate for Halloween and fall and Thanksgiving in one fell swoop without having to take it up and put it down. So there we go. All right, you guys, there we go. That is my list for about last month for October. Now, what I can do is I can grab, where did my little, here they are. Let's look at my little Puffy stickers, because Puffy stickers, I might have some opportunity to just throw in a couple more little Puffy stickers here. So let's see. Oh, you know what? Now that I see this, I remembered I wanted to do that. Look at that little spider hanging down. That's perfect. Little spider hanging down. So now I kind of have a little bit of a visual triangle going on here. Look at there. I kind of have this visual triangle. Visual triangle is a design principle that helps your eye kind of be drawn to all the right places, from here, down to here, down to here. All right, so that's cute there. What else do I have? I have a couple of, I feel like I kind of need something maybe over here. What if we put that little guy right there? All right, and then there's another little bat. So maybe this little bat doesn't want to be by itself. We'll have 2 little bats there. Okay. And how about if I do, look at those trees, are so cute. Let me get out my little reverse grip tweezers here, because then I can have a little bit more control over what I'm grabbing. There we go. Maybe we put that little orange star right there. And then my stars also kind of blend together as well. All right, you guys, I think that's good, minus one thing. There's one other little thing that I want to do here before we move on to our next list. This, normally I have 2 rows of washi here, right? Yes, exactly, Deborah. This is kind of a big blank space, right? Normally I have 2 rows of washi. So there's usually something that kind of fills in there. I'm going to put something right here. And that something that I'm going to put right there is my go-to. It is, hang on, let's try to get this out without, yikes, lots of things falling. We're going to try a couple things. We'll see what we have. A word strip sticker. I want to put a word strip sticker right down there. And I'm going to grab a black one. So let's grab our word strip stickers here. Chit chat, that's probably not, those aren't long enough. Small talk. Ooh, you know what? Maybe the clippings would work. All right, we've got 4. Let's start with those 4, see what we have. Those are all from Tim Holtz, all word strip stickers. So small talk and small talk snarky. Just little phrases. Small talk, regular. Small talk snarky, snarky. Then you have chit chat. So chit chat are smaller, shorter little words. So if you wanted to make your own little phrase, you could put together different words. But what I think might work, let's look. Clippings. The clippings word strip stickers look like they are clipped from a book, right? Clipped from different sentences in a book. So that could be kind of fun because look what it would do. And we have a little bit of that look already going on down here in the washi. But the color that we have over here, kind of that straw looking color, we don't really have anywhere over here. So I could probably find that somewhere in here, right? Something similar. So that shine and sparkle could work, right? That could totally work. There seemed no more to say. That would work. But I think I like the size of this, that shine and sparkle. And sure, that can work. Why not? Let's see what we have. Oh, look at that. Just at the moment could work. Little things, that could work. Tell me where the unicorn is. Some of these are really fun. Very kind-hearted, knowledge costs nothing, cast of characters. So lots of different options. She was a strange little girl. That would work. By the light of the moon. Wait, where was that? Where was that? Hold on. Deborah, did you see one that says by the light of the moon? How did I miss that? Where is it? Okay, hold on. I'm going to slow down. Let's slow down. I'm going to look again. Where's by the light of the moon? First page. Oh, I wasn't there. That's why I couldn't see it yet. By the light of the moon. That is perfect. All right, here we are. Oh my goodness. Seriously, Deborah, you're genius. How did I miss that? And it's a large one too. I was looking for something large. By the light of the moon, right? By the light of the moon. And I even have that right there. So there's a moon. Now, the only thing with that, I'm still going to use it, but it needs a little something else. It is kind of not quite big enough to fill that space, right? Not quite big enough. So I could do a couple things here. I could grab hang on, let's see. I'm going to grab my label stamp set. Let's look and see if label stamp set, do I have something that's a little bit longer. That is, I think, going to be a little bit too long, although it might work. So I don't really have, I need something between that size and that size. I don't have it in my stamp set. So now let's look at all of my label stickers to see something that would work. See, now I don't really like that either. What if, maybe we try one of these? Layered offset, that could work, right? What if we tried this one? Maybe this black one. Oh, and in that set is a little star. So what if we tried that? What if that goes there? And then this guy just kind of sticks out the end. Like that, by the light of the moon. And that goes right there. Oh yes, I love it. That's perfect. Okay, it works. It works. So, be careful, Layle. Yeah, I pulled off a little bit of the ink from the photo, I think. But you can't tell because it's actually part of the sun, so no one will ever be the wiser. Now that I've done that, guess what would have totally worked? I could have totally taken that smaller stamp, that label stamp set that I thought wasn't going to work. I could have totally taken one of those and stamped it and then been able to use that. I would have just had to cut it out. So that would have worked too, now that we see that. All right, let's do this. Oopsie, we got a little bit over to the side. Put this guy right about there. Oh my gosh, that by the light of the moon, could not be more perfect. Deborah, you are a genius. Deborah gets the Genius Award today. Deborah, you need to wear a pin today that says genius, because that is perfect. Perfect, perfect, I love it. All right, here we go. There we are by the light of the moon. Okay, and we're done. My About Last Month is done. My goodness, you guys, I took a long time on that list, but that's okay. That's okay. If you're here with me, you're with me. And if you need to go, you can go. And if you're fast forwarding or watching later, it is all good. Because I'm playing. No, I love to play, you guys. I love this kind of stuff. I love to do because I never do it. This is why I love our Saturdays so much. This is playtime, and that's what I think a traveler's notebook is really good for. You can just play, right? I'm not worried about what it looks like. If I didn't like what I put there or didn't like something, it's just a page. I can just turn the page. Not as much pressure sometimes, those of you that are scrapbookers, not as much pressure sometimes as a 12 by 12 layout that you feel like has to be perfect. So there we go. There is our first list of the day about last month for October. All right, now turning the page. Second list is things I'm looking forward to this Christmas. So we're going right from one holiday to the next. I need to get all of the Halloween things off. So let me do that really quick. Let me clear off Halloween so Christmas can, so Christmas can come into the scene. Yikes, get out of there. All right. I'll just put all Christmas in that little tray, and then later I will deal with it. Later I will deal with it. All right, so Christmas. We will be doing a lot of Christmas or holiday themed lists, you guys, because that's what time of the year it is. So we will be start hitting that heavy next week. And if Christmas really isn't your thing, that's okay. Doesn't mean you can't join us. Just take the list topic and twist it a little bit. Take the list topic and twist it a little bit to make it work for you. Like this list topic is things I'm looking forward to this Christmas. Maybe you're not looking forward to Christmas at all. Maybe you're dreading Christmas, and that's okay. I know that happens. It can be a tough time of year for a lot of people. So if Christmas isn't your thing, then say something I'm looking forward to this month. Something I'm looking forward to next month. Something I'm looking forward to this winter. Just look forward to something and then list about maybe what you're looking forward to. Or look backwards. Things that I'm glad are over, right? Because that could be another thing. Things I'm glad that are over. We will, when we hit the end of 22, we start doing some kind of introspective listing, like things that you did well in the year, things that you want to focus on for the next year. And we could certainly do a list about things that I'm glad to close the book on for 2022, right? So maybe, actually, I don't think we've ever done a list like that. I don't think we've ever done like things that I'm glad that we're done with. So let me just go to my little section or list of lists and add that. This is, that one needs more lead. This one has the lead. Glad over year end. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. So things we're looking forward to this Christmas. Now I am working with the, whoopsie. I'm penned in all around me. There's stuff on the floor all around me. Hi, Julie. Nice to see you. Kat, have a wonderful weekend. Hi, Joe Disney fan. Nice to see you. All right, so the next list I am working with, guess what? I need to really clean this guy off. So even though the rest of the stamps I have not put away yet, I have learned my lesson the hard way. Always a good idea if you're not putting your stamps away right away to put your little bullet stamps away, because those little bullet stamps, if you don't get them put away, they will escape. And you won't be able to find them later because they're teeny tiny. Like the leaf is starting to escape because it is no longer sticky on the back. I need to put some rubbing alcohol in the back of that. So let's be careful there. All right, next list. What I'm looking forward to this Christmas. And this one is using the, I am using Mix and a Mingle. So the new, well, not new. I got, when Mariana said alpha stickers. Yes, new alpha stickers. We'll talk about those. Mix and a Mingle. So Mix and a Mingle is one of Simple Stories Christmas or holiday collections, which I love. I used a good amount of this in my December documented project kit this year. So I've been working with it a bit. It is a very fun kind of retro, has a little bit of to me, like a Mad Men-esque vibe to it, like a 50s retro kind of look and feel to it. So if you haven't seen it before, I will pull out some of the pieces that I thought might be kind of fun to work with. So the color palette is really fun, really bright teal, some bright pops of red, a little bit of a different red, not like your red Christmas red. Love this. Look at that. The bar cart. Isn't that fun? That little bar cart. Even look at this. That's like a little Vouv bottle of champagne. I just love the artwork in that little bar cart. I think it's so cute. Or it could be your, sparkling cider cart or whatever it is. But just some fun little icons that I had pulled out. We'll see how we use those. Happy holidays, super cute. Christmas, some trees, some little labels. So there we go. So this is going to be a 2-page list for me. As I was thinking about what I wanted to go over here, I have a couple of options. So I pulled some papers out of the 6x8 pad. Bar cart, I know, from the 50s and 60s. Guess what, Joe, Disney fan? We have a bar cart. I have a bar cart in my house because I think they're very fun. All right, they're also fun to decorate. So I pulled out a number of papers from that 6x8 pad from Mix and A-Mingle. So you can kind of get a feel there. Really fun patterns. Other side, look at that one. Oh my goodness, don't you love that? I love, love, love that one. So I could use this paper, if I wanted to use this paper for a background, and I'm thinking about it, I could use this paper in a couple of different ways. So let's pull this one out for a second. There were 2 others that I had pulled out that I thought might make for a fun spread. So let's look. This was one, that one that says Merry Christmas. And then this was one, Oh, What Fun. Now, my only concern with Oh, What Fun is that the papers are 6x8 because they come with they're 6x8. They come in a 6x8 pad, right? 6x8. And my inserts are 5x8.25. So usually when I am working with a piece of pattern paper as a base for my list, so for example here, or here, that piece of pattern paper is 4 3/4 by 8. That accounts for the extra 1/4 of an inch that I automatically don't have because this is a 6x8. But then I narrow it down so I have a 1/4 of an inch that kind of goes all the way around, or 1/8 of an inch all the way around when I put my paper down, okay? So if this needs to get trimmed to 4 3/4, my problem is I'm worried about how much I might have to chop off the left and right edges. It might not look right. So let's start with that one. Let's see what we're going to end up with if we tried to use this one. I didn't figure this out ahead of time. I ran out of time. So I did this before using my 0-centered ruler. I just don't remember how I did it. Let's see. If I need... There's the center. We know that because it's 6 inches wide, right? So there's my 0. I have 3 over here and 3 over here. I need to grab my other one of this so you guys can probably see a little bit better. Here's a pink one. This may help. Although it's on pink, right? So there we go. That's how I know it's the center, even though it's pretty easy to find the center when you have a 6-inch piece. But if I need that to be 4 3/4, and I need to know how much I would have to chop off of each side. So I'm not sure. What I'm going to do, I'm going to sacrifice this paper. I'm just going to sacrifice, so we'll see how this works. Okay, guys? Let me grab this. I don't know what half of 4 3/4 is. I mean, I don't know what half of, let's see, actually I could figure that out because 4 3/4 would be 16ths. That would be what? 12 16ths, right? So 12 16ths, half of 12 16ths would be 6 8ths. But then you've got to factor that down. So that would be, oh my gosh, see, I can't do that. Not doing that. All right. If Karen Haynes was here, she would tell us how many 16ths is half of 4 3/4. All right. So I'm just going to start trimming it down on either side until we get to where we need. So if I trim a half, actually, if I trim a half plus 2, there's a half plus 2. That should get me to 4 3/4, right? Oh no, not right. No, I did. Oh no, that is right. Half plus 2. There we go. So this is what I would end up with. That is what my page would look like. So let's see if we like that. I mean, it's still cute. It is still cute. I just had to trim off part of it, right? So that could be that side of my list. I could use that, or 2 3/8. April Lynn, thank you. I was getting there, wasn't I? You could see I was getting there trying to reduce my fractions, but oh, it's been a long time since math. So I'm going to show you guys on this one. Now that we know it's 2 3/8, thank you, friends. Noelia said it too, thank you. So now we know it's 2 3/8. Let me show you how to use my zero centering ruler. So I start with the same number on both sides. This is 6, so I have 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Up top on the zero centering ruler, we have 0 to 12. But down on the bottom, we have 0 to 6 and then 0 to 6. So to find the center, I need 2 3/8. So where I go is I want to look at where 2 3/8 is here. So where'd my pencil go? So it also is down to the 16th of an inch. So it tells me there's 3/8. 3/8 is marked. I would cut to there. And then over here, I also have 3/8. So I would cut to here. All right. So if I wanted that centered, I would end up trimming off a little bit of the C, but would that be okay? I trim off a little bit of the C, and I would trim off a little bit of my flower. But you know what I think I could do? What's interesting about this artwork, look at, it's this, the C is not centered. Christmas, the Christ in Christmas is not centered left to right. So I think what I could do is still keep some of my C, and cut from this side. Don't you think we could do that? Mindy, hi. I saw Mindy last night, the virtual. It's hanging on there. It's totally hanging on, good or bad. So you guys, if we went that route and I wanted this to be 4 3/4, that would put me right here. So that's cutting into too much here. So I think, how about if we do this? How about if we cut a quarter over here? I'm going to do that. Since this is not centered, I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch on this side. Whoopsie. 1/4 inch on this side would be right there, where my little mark was. 1/4 inch on this side. And I want it to be 4 3/4 wide, so the rest I will trim off of this side. So I'm still have, actually, we're gonna do this a little bit more. Sometimes it's just a trial and error till we get it exactly where we want it, 4 3/4. That way I'm not cutting off any of the T. There we go, I did it. That is what I want. That is exactly what I want. That's what I'm going to use for my right page, all right? So things I'm looking forward to this Christmas, that is now what is happening on my right page. Quick question, let's see. April Land said, Layle, I made an order before you showed the stylus for the bullet points. How can I add that to my order? Send me an email. So just go to the website, or you know what, reply to the email that you received. Reply to the order confirmation email and say, would you please add the stylus? And I can do that on the back end and then email you with an invoice to pay that difference. You guys, I can always do that. As long as your order hasn't shipped, I can add to your order, okay? And that happens frequently, so no worries. As long as you haven't received a shipping confirmation saying that your order is shipped, I can add on the back end. That's a little bit easier, I think, for both of us than you placing a separate order, paying shipping again, then telling me to combine your orders, and then I combine your orders and refund the difference. Now I can, refund that second shipping. I can totally do that, but it's a little bit easier if you just email me and say, hey friend, can I add to my order? Then I can totally do that. There we go, Merry Christmas. Okay, that is my right side of my spread. I just love this collection. I think it's so fun. Color palette is so fun. The artwork is so fun. It just makes me happy. And it is very, very Christmassy, which that's what we're doing. That is what we are doing. So here we go. That's going right there. All right, now for my title, I am not going to stamp a title. I'm going to use some letter stickers. I'm going to use some brand new alphabet stickers. You guys, I started doing something earlier this week. I am starting to do What's New Wednesdays, where I will go live on YouTube and show you what's new in stock on my website. And I just did that this past Wednesday. So these were some things that I shared, and I'm going to use one of these for the title for my list on this page. There are brand new alphabet soup, puffy alphabet stickers from Doodlebug. So I had pulled these out ahead of time, kind of Christmas colors that I could potentially use. Right, those are my Christmas colors, but all of the colors in the Doodlebug rainbow of colors. So, you guys, there are almost 300 alphabet stickers on each of these sheets. So they're just a little bit puffy, just a little tiny bit puffy. Deborah, that collection I'm using is Mix and a Mingle, and it is linked in the description box of the video under what I'm using. So if you click that what I'm using link, it'll take you to my website. You'll see everything that I'm using there. So look at how fun it will be to use one of these. I will use one for my title. My title will be what I'm looking forward to. And then I have Merry Christmas. Deborah asked a question. Am I the only one who collects puffy alphas like they are going out of style? No. Deborah, you and I are right there together. I will also tell you that based on some of the orders that came in this week, that no, we are not alone. People like their puffy stickers. These have been a long time coming. Doodlebug announced these earlier this year, and they finally arrived. So I'm so excited to start using them. What I love about them is the font. Such a simple, basic font, right? So sometimes we like nice, swirly, fun fonts, but sometimes you just need a good basic. And these are such a great basic in all the colors. So I don't know. I kind of have a couple different ideas, friends, here. So let's kind of think through some things. I like the red, but I also kind of have red going on here. So what I was thinking I might like to do, I need to come back to my pad of paper. I've already used one page of this, right? Might be kind of fun to do that on this side, okay? So maybe to do that on this side. If I did that on this side, I would not do my list there. I wouldn't do my list there. I would put some white cardstock on here and do my list on white cardstock. Teal colors. So let's look at what you see for a teal. This is going to be the closest one. I'll show you. It's really this one. It's that mint. So a little bit, not quite that mint. And it's not, I'll hold this up. Well, I'll hold these up. They really don't have a teal. So the mint is going to be the closest. It's close, but it's not an exact match, Deborah. Close, but not an exact match. Then you have the next thing would be the swimming pool. And the swimming pool in that case is way too blue. So closest match is going to be that the mint color. All right, so if I did that here, I would need to do my list on white. I could use white alpha stickers then. So let's just look. I could use white alpha stickers. Let me look at some of the other things that we have in here. Oh, I remembered though, I need to get this guy out because I have to use this. I pulled this. This is one of the sticker sheets. I have to use that Santa because that Santa I think is so cute. I have to use the Santa. Let's see. Creative Cindy said is a great font. It has numbers. That's another thing I should point out. Thank you, Cindy. Look at all the numbers. Like 25% of that sheet, you guys, is numbers. But not only are there not one or two numbers. Look at how numbers. Look at all the twos. I hear so many complaints from people about twos because, especially now that we're in the 2020s, especially 2022, you need a lot of twos. So lots and lots of numbers and punctuation there too. So that's a great point. Thank you for bringing that up. I will use the little Christmas tree and Santa in this corner. So I will do white for my base. I like that if you would use the red paper. I think it'd be fun to use the red paper too. So let's get the red paper ready as my base. And that will be 4 3/4 by 8. That's what I do. Almost exclusively use 6 by 8 papers in my Traveler's notebooks because the pattern is scaled down. Like if I tried to use a 12 by 12 paper of that and cut it down for my list, my entire list almost would be that paper. So scale down pattern, you get into 6 by 8, but then also there's a lot less waste because I just have what I need in that size. 4 3/4 is the size that I like to go with again. So that gives me that nice little border all the way around. And then I will round the upper left corner, the left corners, the left and the bottom and top left corners, like so. So there we go. I think what I'll do for here. I'm going to work on this list. I call this off the page, you guys, because as I'm starting to get a little bit thicker here, sometimes it gets a little bit harder to work because there's all this stuff that's happened before it. I'll build my list here and then adhere it when I'm done. One other thing, if you really like things matchy-matchy, look what you could do. This is a different piece of paper, not the same pattern paper, right? Different piece of paper that doesn't have the Christmas on it, but it has the same background and it has a similar thing. So look what I could do. I could do that, and then I'd have a beautiful spread, right? Because then it kind of looks like it's very cohesive. So if you really like things to be cohesive, left to right, then you could totally work with that. And then all I did with that was I just turned that upside down, right? Once I turn that upside down, you don't know that that was the bottom. So it'd be kind of fun to do that as well. All right, but we're going with red. We decided we're going with red. I need to think a little bit about the title, because if I am doing my title there, let's get out the white stickers. Let's see what that looks like. This may have to rule out the white stickers. We'll see. Where did they go? There's the red. There's the black. Oh, white's over here. Okay. We'll do a little test to see if we can still see these. Okay. I know I love the paper collection, Beverly. It just makes me so happy. Look at this. This one I just have to point out. Look at the little dogs. I think those are like little dachshund, right? Those like little dachshund. Dash hounds, dachshunds, right? So cute. And their little outfits and their sleds. Okay, let's see what we get here. So this is just going to say looking forward to, because it already says Merry Christmas. So I probably don't need to say looking forward to this Christmas. That's kind of being, what's the word I'm looking for? My brain is stopping. My brain's not working. Redundant. There we go, redundant. All right, so here. Usually what I do when I start with my titles, I always pull out my little metal ruler. Those little metal rulers are 6 inches long. I have those on my website. I always do my titles starting on a ruler. The reason for that is, number one, my title, if it's going to go on here, it's totally going to show. Look at it, it's totally going to work. I don't have any lines. How am I going to make sure that's straight? If I use my ruler, there is a little horizontal line running along the bottom of that ruler. I can line my letters up. So here we go. I'm looking forward to. I'll start lining my letters up on that line. Lots of O's too. What's really nice with O's, you can use your zeros. If you start to run out of O's, you could use your zeros, because you may not be using lots of zeros. Looking. So I think what I'm going to need to do, I probably need a 2-line title, right? Because I won't be able to spell looking forward to all in the same line. But this will get us started. Looking. You notice I'm lining, the bottom of the sticker is on the line, and the top hangs off the top of the line for a very important reason. So let's see. There we go. There's looking. Here is my, that's going to just pop on there. Isn't that, the red was the right one. Hi, Christina from New Zealand. Nice to have you join us today. So that white is totally going to pop on that red, isn't it? So what I feel like I need to do, I feel like I need something with that title, some kind of sticker or something next to it, just so it's not just really plain Jane boring up there, right? So let's find something that could work, because I need to find whatever that's going to be before I put my title on, because I need to know how much room I need. Nah, too big. Too big. I love that reindeer, but it's too big. Oh, look at, how about this? That could be cute, right? Couldn't that be cute? Don't we think? Oh, and then here's the other thing, you guys. It's tall enough for me. It will be tall enough for me to do 2 lines. And I think the 2 whites are okay together. I think the 2 whites are okay together, although this is the other thing I could do. I could do a little present instead. We could have a present next to it. Let's look at. Looking forward to. Present. What do we think? Do we like the present, or do we like that little guy better? I think I'm going to go with that little guy. I think I'm going to do that. I think we're going to do that little guy. Oh, look at, Deborah says she likes the present better. So someone else said star. We also have snowflake, right? Or we also have, ooh, what about that? Because that would then tie into that ties into what's going on the other page. Look at that. So let me just put this over here. We'll take a quick peek, but then that would totally bring in what we have going on the other page. So let's look at, rotate that. Oh, that's it. I think it's that one. That's what I'm going with. Options. I like options. That's what we're going with. All right, so let's go ahead and adhere this down first. Adhere that down first. And then we'll put Santa. Santa will be down below. We've got to have Santa. Got to have Santa. Yes, I love that greenery on there too. That really reinforces that whole kind of teal on this side. Helps to bring everything together, right? So looking, what if we do that? All right, so if we do looking that way, now all I do is press down on those letters like so, and then hold on those letters and peel. I peeled the ruler out from underneath, and then there we go. We have our title. My G is a little bit too high, so then I can replace that again. But my title is straight, and I got it exactly where I wanted it. I didn't have to mess with like measuring or anything. I know that's exactly where it needed to go. So now I need to spell forward too. And I'm not worried about running out of any letters because I have so many letters. I have so many letters to work with, which is nice. So the other thing I showed, and we'll see if we work these in anywhere. And the other thing that I showed, they also came out with some Puffy heart stickers. You guys know me and my hearts. I put hearts on a lot of things. Word strip stickers and hearts. Sometimes you just need the perfect thing. Sometimes it's a word strip sticker. Sometimes it's a heart. So we'll also pull out the Puffy heart stickers because those are really fun too. They did them also in all of the colors, which I love. You have lots of options. What's really nice with the Puffy heart stickers, they did them in 3 colorways. So let me get these down. Oh, I know it's going to be a problem. My forward 2 is going to be really long, right? My forward 2 has way more letters. And maybe it just is looking forward. Because looking forward, right? Looking forward could work. Let's see. There is a new stamp set that if we had it now, it would help with this immensely. It's called All the Things. It's a new one that you will see next month. It's called All the Things. Kind of would tie into this one, things I'm looking forward to. It will become very handy as we work towards the end of the year and work into 2023, a new year. Looking forward to, well, that'll work. So it'll just have to be like this, okay? And it can bleed over a little bit. So I think that's where it needs to go. That looks good. And then those, I'm going to do the same thing. Oops, come over here. Press those down, gently peel out from underneath, holding those stickers in place. And there we go. The F gets a little bit lost, but that's okay. I can deal with it. Looking forward to. Okay, and now I need the TO. And the TO I can probably just place accordingly. I probably don't need to use the ruler. I think I can be okay there because everything else is already placed around it. Looking forward to. Okay, there we go. Things I'm looking forward to. Now, oh, Christina said sometimes she uses a T ruler so to align it with the side of the page, right? So you guys know what a T ruler is? Just like it sounds. Let me see if I can grab mine. I have like 1,000 rulers. Like seriously, I have a lot of rulers. Where's T ruler? Oh my heavens. Wow. Well, this is funny. You guys are going to laugh because I'm not finding my T ruler, but I am finding lots of other rulers. Not finding my T ruler. Not sure where that is, but anyhow, yes. A T ruler is basically a ruler that has another piece up here so that you can align so you're even with the side of the page. So you're even with the side of the page and then straight. So yes, very good tool as well. All right, so here we go. Looking forward to. Now what I have to do is I need to do my white cardstock there because I don't want to write my list on there. That's too crazy. That's too crazy for me. So let's take out some white cardstock. And let's see what we need that to be. White cardstock I use. Hello, Miss Vicky Putin. So nice to see you, friend. So nice to see you pop in. Well, can you hear me? I'm feeling okay, but the voice is, I had my meet and greet on Tuesday night for Crop and Create Delivered and then did my class last night. So, you know, it's it's one of the hazards of the jobs that we do, right? Talk a lot and travel a lot, and that's what happens. I know you're very familiar with that, my friend. All right, so, you guys, the cardstock that I used when I swatched the new Lumberjack Plaid, that is the same cardstock that I use when I make my lists. It is a Nina Bright White. On my website, I have, actually, I think on the description box of the video, I think there's a list of like some of my most commonly used things. So I think I have it linked there, but it is a flat, smooth cardstock. And that, anytime you're stamping, if you stamp on a flat, smooth, you have a much better chance of having a successful stamp as opposed to something that is not flat or textured. But this is just what I always use. This Nina Bright White. So let's go ahead and cut. Let's see what size we want that to be, because I think probably want it to be, oh, I don't know, maybe if we go, I don't know, about there. Maybe to about there. I think that'll be good. Let's see what we end up with. I know, Vic, we were talking about Buffalo and the 5.5 feet they got. Did you guys get snow? Vicky lives, I don't know, what is it, hour, a little bit more than an hour from Buffalo. When I go to see Vicky, sometimes I fly into Buffalo and she comes and gets me over the border. That way you're not going through customs at the airport. That's a little bit easier, but not far from Buffalo. When I shuffle off to Buffalo. All right, there we go. There is the base of my list. Now, what I think could be fun to do, guys, I think it might be fun to bring in a little bit more teal. So let's take a look at my swatches. Let's see if we can find a good teal that might match. Now, I already know there's not a mint because I have been hoping every time Tim comes out with a new ink color, I'm like, mint, 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 mint. No mint yet, but I can always hope. Oh, look at that. Evergreen Bough. That's probably the color I want, right? This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it might be kind of fun to ink the edges with my foam blending tool, ink the edges of that to just bring in a little bit more of the teal over here and kind of soften that stark white a little bit, right? So let's try it. Now, this is also where, this is the no-brainer, friends, because guess what? I know exactly where my Evergreen Bough blender is, right? I already have it. There's Evergreen Bough. All I do is open up my little box here. That is my Evergreen Bough blender, my foam blender, my domed foam blender. And I need my little blending tool. Ta-da! No looking, right? No looking. I know that is the Evergreen Bough. Yes. So if you guys missed it earlier, when I swatched my Lumberjack Plaid, I also did that for my Distress, my little blender. And that is one of the giveaways. A little blending kit. It includes the box, the cards, 40 of the, oh, I need to get the ink. Hello, Layle. Let me get the ink. 40 of the little Velcro dots and then 42 punch circles. So you can, hang on, let me just look. Evergreen Bough, where are you? I think I didn't put it away in the right place, you guys. Hang on. Hold on. Importance of putting your things away where they belong. Hold on, where are you, Evergreen Bough? Why would I have done that? Oh, Layle. Hold on, friends. I have it. I know I have it. I know I have it. Well, I'm so confused. You know where I bet it is? Oh, I bet I know where it is, friends. I bet I haven't unpacked it yet from my Christmas teaching things. All right, well, there's probably still enough ink on this to make this work, so let's try. As I am, obviously, it's already been inked up. I am going to take, oh, Mariana, okay, there are 2 giveaways. I always do giveaways. There are 2 giveaways today. All you need to do to participate is when the video is over, leave a comment on the video itself. So not in the chat, on the comment of the video itself. Tell me something that you're looking forward to this holiday season. Even if you're not looking forward to anything this holiday season, tell me something you're looking forward to next year. 2 prizes. One is this. Let me grab it. Oh, and my cold medicine is starting to wear off. So one is this. This is the storage kit. It includes 40 of your little Velcro pieces. It includes 42 little punch circles. It includes 2 sheets. And the 2 sheets can hold up to 40 of your little blending tools. And so that's what we have here. Hold on, guys. Hang on one second. Bear with me one sec. That is weird. That is not a runny nose. Sorry for TMI. That is a bloody nose. Not sure where that's from. Sorry about that. That's live for you, right? That is live for you. So, oh my goodness. It is not my day. So anyhow, this is what, too much dry air. Exactly, that's what it is, Deborah. And it's also all the medicine. It's also the cold medicine I've been taking. All right, I'm going to look up to the sky while I'm explaining this to you. So what you do with the storage kit is you take all your little foam blenders and you create little swatches, your little circles like that. You adhere them on top of the box. Then you open the box and you ink each of the little boxes on the paper, and then you attach a little Velcro piece. There's actually a video that walks you through how to do all of this. I know Vicky. I'm gonna wrap up with this list and then be done. I'm a hot mess today, aren't I? I am a hot mess. And then you write the name of the ink and then you put your little guy on top. So that's what that is. That's a little ink storage thing. That is one of the giveaways. The other giveaway is the, let me look. The other giveaway, I didn't tell you guys, maybe I didn't. It's a Mix and a Mingle bundle. So it is an assortment of product from the Mix and Mingle collection that I'm using. All right, so anyhow, let's see if I still have enough and go to bed. I know I need to. There's nothing on my agenda for the rest of the day. I know it's hard, you guys. And you guys do it too. You just have a million things that you want to do or need to get done. And when you don't take care of yourself, guess what happens? So already inked up since it's packed away still. But look at, I can just come in and ink the edges with that little foam blending tool. That is really what I use foam blending tool for. I do a little bit of stenciling. We did a list a couple weeks ago that did a little bit of stenciling with a foam blender. Sometimes people will ask what's the difference between a domed, that is domed, as opposed to a flat, because they also make flat blending tools. Your little foam piece is flat. Your foam piece, to me, is not as blendable because it has edges, whereas a dome doesn't have an edge. So sometimes if you are inking or you're doing your blending of colors on your project, sometimes you end up with those really obvious edges. So there we go. That is how I could bring in a little bit of that color. Look at that, and it just kind of pops. So let's go ahead and adhere that down. I know I sound like such a train wreck, don't I? I'm not, I promise. It's all good, friends. Your squirrel friends would love you. We would tuck you in. Vicky, I know you would tuck me in, friend. You have tucked me in before. I'll tell you a funny story, you guys, while we're working. I'm going to come in with my black pen and do some outlining. So, you know what I might do here? Maybe we'll do a little double outlining. Vicky, pre-pandemic, every year would come out and see me during the summer. And then pandemic hit and no one was traveling, so she didn't come out, right? And then this summer she came out again. She came out for 10 days and we had a ball. We did so many fun things. One of the things that we did was we went to Las Vegas, about a 6-hour drive. Went to Las Vegas and we saw Usher in concert and it was so much fun. This is how I know that Vicky could tuck me into bed. The hotel room It was expensive. I think one of the only rooms that we could get was a hotel room with a king bed. Vicky and I are very dear friends, so we're good. We slept in the same king bed together. We went to the concert. We were very tired. We'd spent all day in the sun in the pool. We had a fantastic time, very tired. We got some pretzels. Yes, pretzels. She knew that's where I was going. Those, like the soft pretzels, they were so good. And we were both laying in bed and we're chit-chatting and we're eating pretzels. And you know what I did? I was so tired. Literally, I fell asleep mid-chew. I was chewing on a pretzel, fell asleep mid-chew, and Vicky yelled at me, Layle, stop that, wake up, get that pretzel out of your mouth. So yes, I know she would take care of me. She would tuck me in because she saved me from choking on a pretzel after the Usher concert. Colleen, I caught it, 12:34 Angel Time. Thank you, friend. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, that concert though, oh, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. April Lynn said that's when Vicky introduced me to you. Oh, so fun on YouTube. Yes, we had a ball. All right, so there we go. There's my double outline. It's coming together, friends. It is coming together. So now I'll do my list at some point, but now we're just playing, right? We're playing with I'll write my things, but right now we're just playing with the good stuff. I have where's my Santa? Where's the sticker? I pulled that sticker sheet out. I don't know why I pulled the sticker sheet out, but I pulled the sticker sheet out. It is, okay, friends, what did I do with it? It's here in one of my many stacks. It is here in one of my many stacks. Oh, goodness. Okay. I have to have the Santa sticker. I can't go on without my Santa, so just bear with me. Just bear with me. I need someone to find it for me. Where's Santa? Where are you? Where are you, Santa? Okay, guys, hold on. Yes, I was totally asleep chewing on the pretzel. It was horrible. It was not drunk. It was not alcohol, I promise you. It was not an alcohol-induced thing. It was tired. It was so tired. Oh, come on. Come on already. I pulled this sheet out. Well, I'm not going to not include Santa, so that's just not negotiable. It is not negotiable. If I never had it, I wouldn't care, but I had it. And I can't keep working on my list until I find him, which may make it, you guys. Did it fly away somewhere? If you could see my room right now, you would be so just understanding why I can't find Santa sticker. It was a full sheet. All right, well, while I'm still looking for it, I'm just going to put this out here. You guys can look at this yumminess. Those were the heart stickers I was telling you about in all those beautiful colors, okay? But what I was telling you about was that they also come in 3 colorways. What that means, and you can see it really well with that one, there's 3 variations or colorways of bubblegum. And that is one of Doodlebug's core colors. Those are all Doodlebug core colors. And then actually a few others, mint and coral, are non-core colors that they bring out every once in a while. But you have all of those fun puppy heart stickers, 3 sizes in 3 colorways. So, well, I am so frustrated. I just do not know what in the heck I did with that darn sticker sheet. You know what's going to happen, you guys? As soon as we end, I'm going to find that sticker sheet, but I need it. I need my Santa. And I can't start writing my list until I get Santa on there. So, you know what may happen, you guys? We may just end up right now. Is it face down in the pile to your right? Pile to the right. I know that's the thing too, is when things are face down, you don't see them. It's white on one side. Let's look through all of my things. Not seeing it there. Not seeing it there. Not seeing it anywhere on my work surface. Not seeing it anywhere here. Sorry you guys have to watch me look for something, because that's no fun, is it? And that's just kind of like watching paint dry, isn't it? It was not in here. Was it in the... Why did I take it out? I don't know. Maybe I thought it would be easier. It must have flown away somewhere. It flew the coop. It flew the coop. So, in the book, did it get caught in the book when I changed the page to the book and our lists? No, no. All right, friends. Well, guess what? I don't have it. I mean, it's here somewhere, but I really don't want to finish my list. I really don't want to finish my list without that. Kathy, Is he upside down next to the ruler? Ruler. Oh no, that one, that's not the Santa. It's on a sticker sheet. It's on a sticker sheet. Okay, I'm gonna walk around for 1 minute, and then if I don't find it, then we're gonna say our goodbyes, and we will do it next week. So let me just look over here. Look over here. Like seriously, how in the world? This room is not that big. Oh, I found it! I found it! It was on the floor. It's on the floor, friends. Hooray. I didn't want to end yet. I'm not ready to end. I'm playing. We're having fun. Okay, I found it on the floor. Bad Santa. Isn't that a movie, Bad Santa? Oh, Vicky, we were talking about the sweater. Yes, Walmart. I saw someone with it online and I ordered it online. It's darling. I knew you would like it. I knew I knew you would like it. Okay, so I think we'll do him right there. He will be very cute right there. But before I put him down, do we need a little bit of washi? Do we need a little bit of washi? I think we might need a little bit of washi. Let me see. Vicky, email me and I'll send you the link, okay? Email me and I'll send you the link. Or I'll put it in the Facebook group, although I don't know if you're in there. I'm just looking for, hang on guys. I do have a full drawer full of Christmas washi. A full drawer. So let me look and see what I have here because I want something black. There is washi that is with this collection, but I want something black, even though none of those are black. Oh yes, there we go. There we go. Order me one. Yes, I will. I'll order you one. I'll order you one for sure. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is like a little bit of a minty, but I don't want that. I think I need a little bit more contrast down here. Maybe we need to pull in some black since I'll be writing. So I could either do this. Oh, that's not Christmas. That is just a generic. So maybe we do this guy. This is an old. I think I want to say this is an old crepe paper. Love, joy, peace, love, joy, peace, love, joy, peace. Oh yes, that's exactly what I want. But I want that to be a straight edge. So let me come in and make a straight edge here with love. So it'll be a nice little accent. Did Carmen call it? Yep, everything I lose is because of gravity on the floor. Carmen, you called it totally. It was on the floor. Should have looked there first. I was looking on the floor first, but I was not looking where it was on the floor. I was looking behind me, but it was off to the side. Oopsie. Okay, so there we go. That'll be just a nice little stopping point on the list. I'm not stopping, but a nice spot for our eyes to rest right there. And then our Santa can go right about there. Yes. Okay. Now my black won't be, as I have so much black, it won't look so stark. But I also think I need to outline the entire piece. I'm going to outline the entire piece. Or outline the entire spread, because it just looks like it's kind of hanging to me right now. Just looked like it was hanging a little bit. Oh, this Christmas collection makes me so happy. It's just so, I don't know, cheery. It's just so bright and cheery. All right, we continue with our little outline here. All the way down to the bottom. All right, so there we go. Now, up here, I feel like I need something just a little bit more up there. So what I want to see is if, let's look at one of, let me look and see. Let's look at a little heart. Lining, Layle lining, yes, Layle lining. That's what it is. So what if, I don't know, black might be too stark up there. We may need to go with a white, but I love that I have 3 sizes, so I could just put a little black one right there. Looking forward to. All right, so we can see what the black looks like. Now I'm gonna try a white one. Now I will try a white hydration break. Oh yes, I need a hydration. I think that's a little bit too stark. I think we're going to need a white one. Obviously there's not 3 colorways in the black and the white. There's just one black, all solid white. There we go. But you know what? It's funny. It doesn't stand out as well that way, does it? Doesn't stand out as well that way. So look at, I'm just going to put both of them there. I won't keep both of them, but you guys tell me, what do you like better, black or white? Black or white. I'm going to put these back in the package and you see what everybody likes better, and then I'll leave it to black or white. The white kind of gets lost. Mariana, so fun to have you join us again. Nice to see you. Glad I could provide a little distraction away from work, right? I know. Carmen said I need a bunch of packs of those black hearts. So true. So true. They're just good, you guys. Hearts. Lots of times hearts are what I add. Black. Okay, black looks like Santa's belt. All right, let's do it. We'll go black because I think the white just blends in a little bit too much. So there we go. There's a little bit of black and we are good. It is cute, cute, cute. Oops, I put that away. I didn't need to put that away. Survey says black heart. That seems to be what the majority of the opinion is. So there we go. Okay, so things I'm looking forward to this Christmas. Now, here's another thing I could do if I wanted with all those little puppies. Look at what I could do. I could take my little black puppies and I could make those little bullets for the things I'm looking forward to this Christmas, right? So I'm going to use those as bullets. And let me look at my list for my refresher on what I am looking forward to this Christmas. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 things. So I think I could probably use the mid-size. 1. And you know what? I'm not going to space them out evenly ahead of time because I don't want... You found the sweater? Did you find the sweater? Vicki, I'm so glad how you found it. I think that's what you mean, right? What about a black heart to dot the I? Oh, look it over there. That's a great idea. Great idea. Look it. Let's do it. Here we go. Yes. Perfect. So cute. So cute. And now it brings kind of all that black together, right? Great idea. Deborah, you were like the superstar today. You need 2 star badges. You earned 2 star badges today. Don't even ask me what a star badge is because I don't know, but you earned 2 of them. All right. So I'm going to start my list. And then once we're done with this list, you guys, we will be done for the day. We'll pick up our In the News next week. All right. So one of the things I'm looking forward to, she said, I'll take them. Guess what? Anyone today, if you want a star badge, you get a star badge and you get a star badge. Everybody gets a star badge. All right. One of the things I'm looking forward to is, this will be no surprise, slowing down, taking some time for myself and enjoying things. I was going to say the season, but then I didn't have enough room, so I just said enjoying things. Cocoa Bird. Cocoa Bird, I think you are going to have everyone on this YouTube, whether they're watching the live or the replay, you're going to have every single one of us jealous because you guys, Cocoa Bird said, she said, hello from Bali. You are in Bali. Oh my goodness. Wow. So tell us, do you live there or you're vacationing? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That would be amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, and tell us what time it is there. I'm curious what time it would be in Bali right now. Right? That's how you say it, Bali, not Bali. Bali. Okay. Slowing down and taking some time for myself and enjoying things. That's what I'm looking forward to. Another thing, we've talked about this a little bit, even though it's not really holiday related, it's just that that's when I can take some time. I'm really looking forward to purging and organizing. And that is through my entire house. My entire house. When Vicki comes to visit, we love to go shopping. You guys, I still have some things that are not put away from when Vicki and I were shopping, and that was in August or July. I don't even remember, maybe July. So I'm looking forward to purging and organizing a lot of things, including my craft room. It's early, holy moly, it's 3:50 a.m. Cocoa Bird, what are you doing up so early? What are you doing up so early? That's fun. That is fun that you're joining us. All right, hang tight. I need a quick hydration break, friends. I'm going to just step out of the room for 1 second, and I will be right back. Okay, just give me 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just had to take care of something real quick, so we're back. Okay. Drink break, yes, drink break. Deborah Crater said, Layle, I'd be happy to take your purge craft room items off your hands. You guys, I'm gonna tell you something very sad. We're gonna do total scroll for a minute. So, the event that I was teaching at last weekend, the Three Craft Chicks retreat, there was a young lady there, a young family. So she's kids and her husband, young family. They were in their garage carving pumpkins right around Halloween time, and they had a heater, like a space heater, in the garage, and they were doing their pumpkins. They weren't done with their pumpkins yet. They went in the house. I'm paraphrasing. So they went in the house. They started eating dinner, and smelled smoke. And the somehow the space heater had fallen over and lit their house on fire. They were able to get out. They were able to get their pets out, the kids, the mom and dad. They lost everything, 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 everything. And she was there with her mom at the retreat. And I think it was good to kind of get her mind off things, but she was crafting. And I will be sending some of my things to her. I got her address from her aunt. I didn't get her address. I'm sending things to her aunt. Her aunt gave me her address, but that is where, and not all used things either, but that is my plan. So, Deborah, next time I purge, you can take some things off my hands, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It hurt my heart so much. It was just so, you just think about that, and you think about all the memories, and you think about the loss, and it just, seriously, it breaks your heart. And then the kids, and then they're young kids, and how does the kids even function? And she is U.S. Creative Cindy. She's in the U.S. But it just, seriously, it just breaks your heart so much. And Tracy said, yeah, I hope she had her photos saved to the cloud, right? Those are things, there's some things that can be replaced, right? Photos can't ever be replaced. So there's a quick public service announcement. On your photos, make sure you have things saved, even hard drives, even external hard drives. Sometimes if there's a fire and you can't grab it, then they're gone. So yes, so very sad, but yeah, that's what I'll be doing with some of my things. Make a nice little care package to send to her. So anyhow, sorry to bring us down there, but all right, continuing on our list, purging and organizing. Next up is, I'm so excited for this, you guys. I'm going back up to the Spokane area. That's where I was last weekend teaching, going back up to the Spokane area. I am going, my friend Michelle, who owns Three Craft Chicks, there is a town in eastern Washington called Leavenworth. And if you are from anywhere near there, then you know of Leavenworth. I have only heard people tell me of Leavenworth. Every time I go around this time of year to teach, people say, oh my gosh, you going to Leavenworth? And I say, no, I'm busy. So I never go to Leavenworth. Michelle texted me about 3 weeks ago and said, hey, any chance you might want to come back to Spokane area in December, and we can go to Leavenworth? So I'm doing a little girls trip. I'm doing something for me. I'm flying to Spokane. Michelle and I are going to drive to Leavenworth. Mindy, you could probably explain Leavenworth better than I could because you've been there. It's a town that I guess they totally, yes, I know it sounds like, I think prison, no prison. But it's a town that goes all out for Christmas, and I think a lot of it's really old-fashioned. Is that right, Mindy? I haven't been yet, so I don't know. So I'm very much looking forward to that. A quick girls' trip with Michelle to I gotta see how to spell that. Leaven. Leavenworth. Yes, so we're going to go to Leavenworth. I'm going to fly in on Thursday morning. We're going to drive to Leavenworth. We'll stay Thursday in Leavenworth, and Thursday night, Friday, we're going to drive back to Spokane and go stay at, what's the hotel called? Is it the Drake Hotel? I think the Drake Hotel, the really old-fashioned hotel in Spokane that does the huge Christmas tree thing. We're going to stay there one night too. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Bavarian Town, there we go. So it sounds like a couple of you guys in your towns have things like that, or maybe in your area. But yes, I'm very much looking forward to doing that. Davenport, thank you, not the Drake, the Davenport Hotel. The Drake Hotel, you know what the Drake Hotel sounds like? I will admit that I did take some breaks earlier this week. Nick was out of town. I took some breaks during the day and at night and watched a few Hallmark Christmas movies. So it sounds like the Drake Hotel would be a name of a hotel and a Hallmark Christmas movie, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm a bit addicted to the Hallmark Christmas movies. No brainer. Even if you fall asleep in the middle of one, you watch the next one and it's basically the same storyline, so you're good. Yes, Hallmark Christmas movies. I love them. They're so cheesy. Total formula. You know exactly what's going to happen every time, but I love them. All right. Next up, we will be getting together a get together with our dear friends, the Becks and the Piotrowskis. Yeah, that is. We're going to get together with friends with the Becks, our friends, the Becks and the Piotrowskis. We're going to do that in early November. Nick's birthday, my husband's birthday, is the end of this month. And Sherry Beck, her birthday is the beginning of December. And then Sam, our younger son, his birthday is the 4th. Sherry's the 5th. Sam is the 4th. Nick is the 30th. Their son Thomas is November 2nd, I want to say. Anyhow, hi, Ariana. So fun to see you, sweetheart. So fun to see you. I've been talking about you lately. Anyhow, so we'll do a get together and all the kids that are in town will be there. Cat Mom 18 said she is a Beck. Different Beck, but a Beck none the same. Ariana, you guys, for those of you who haven't met Ariana before, Ariana is our still 14, right, Ariana? Still 14, I think. Our 14-year-old lister, and I love it when you show up, Ariana, because I love that you like to do this with 15. Of course, you're older now. 15-year-old now. Love it when you join us. It's so fun to always see you. Oh, hold on. What's going on with Dawn? I missed something. I missed something that's going on with Dawn, you guys. So I don't know what happened, but oh no, to Dawn. Yes. Prayers to Dawn. I don't know what happened, but prayers to Dawn. Okay, so here we go. More things on my list, and then we are going to be done. I'm very much looking forward to our annual Christmas night dinner party with friends and family. We did not do that during COVID, so we did not do that for 2 years. But we've been doing that for about the last 15 years. And it's a huge feast. Nick cooks a giant prime rib. We cook a turkey. Different friends and family bring different, different things to go with it. But yes, and it is sit down. I pull out my china. There's between 20 and 30 people. I don't have that much china, so I piece things around it. But I pull out my wedding china, and that's the only time of year it gets used. But we use nice silverware and real wine glasses and things like that. So it's a kind of and nobody dresses up, but what we're eating on is formal. So very much look forward to that every year. The last thing on my list is another one of our family traditions. And that is, you know what, you guys, Dawn, will you please tell me what is happening? Or will someone tell me what's happening with Dawn? Because now I'm seeing a couple hot comments about sending prayers. So I'd really like to know what that is so I can join in with those positive thoughts. Oh, Dawn. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, my goodness. Chemo. I'm so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. That is, I'm sure that is a long haul. It is a long haul. So just know lots of people are in your corner, my friend, and we're sending all the positive thoughts to you. And now I have to transition from that into snowshoeing. That transition is always rough, guys, but I got to do it. I have to transition at some point. So Dawn, just know that we're always, we're here just thinking about you and sending you all the positive thoughts. One of the last things I'm looking forward to over the holidays is we've started to build some new Christmas Eve traditions. And so those are our Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve day traditions. We like to snowshoe. We go snowshoe. So snowshoeing, followed by a crab dinner at home, and new Christmas PJs, pajamas. And we've been doing the Christmas PJs in our family since the boys were little, and still doing Christmas PJs. So that's kind of fun. So those are some of the things I am looking forward to this holiday season. You guys may have been sharing with me some of the things that you are looking forward to this holiday season. If you didn't and you want to share that in the chat right now, I would love that. But also remember our giveaways. That was one of the giveaways. Well, one of the giveaways was an assortment of product from this fun Mix and Mingle collection. So the way that you participate in the giveaways, to recap, is you leave a comment on the video when it's over. Not in the chat, leave a comment on the video itself when it's over. And in that comment, I would love you to tell me one of the things that you are looking forward to this holiday season. Even if it's not Christmas, even if it's something to do with even winter, because winter is the next season upon us. So if you'd like to participate in that giveaway, do that and leave a comment on the video once it is over. All right, so I feel like I need maybe just something else down here. It's kind of playing down here, so I'm going to look. I'm off to look. You know what I'd really like to have? I'm going to go talk to Cynthia at Doodlebug. You guys tell me if you'd like this. I mean, not that she'd listen to me, but I can at least tell her. How awesome would it be to have stars like this? Stars, a sheet of stars just like this. Because you know what? I would love to put a star right there. That might be kind of fun to put a star right there. It would be fun to have stars in all the different colors. But in the meantime, since I don't have puffy stars, I probably have puffy stars somewhere. Let's look at, maybe I could find, I know there were stars in here. Actually, let's look at the sticker book, because maybe we can find a star in the sticker book. So there's a couple there. I feel like I need something a little bit bigger than that. Maybe not. Let's look at the rest of the sticker book and see what we could find. Oh, pine needles, that came off. My little sticky came off. That ended up, that sticker sheet ended up under that. All right, so let's look. What else we might find in here? Oh, what about, okay. I'm gonna put the star idea off for just a minute. These are fun too, though. Look at these. These I could just have a little something right under there, like Merry and Bright, or I don't know, candy canes. Candy canes would be cute under there. So let's see. What else? What else we might use? Little stamps. What else? But I saw something on there I thought might be really fun. Maybe paired with that. Let me look. Oh, more flowers. I love those flowers, but we already have plenty of flowers. Ooh, that font is sure fun, isn't it? Okay, hang on. And then the last sheet here. So we had a couple of choices. I could do a little, remember how I was looking at that earlier? I could put that there, but I feel like there's too much going on with that. So I could do a little red star, or this was my other thought. What if we did this? This little peppermint candy circle could be kind of fun there, right? Maybe that could be kind of fun. Little peppermint candy right there. So if that peppermint candy went right there, I could pair that with maybe a label, because then I saw these fun labels. These fun labels. Let's look and see what that might look like. But I might want more of a green. Let's look. Maybe more of this green one. See what that might look like. If we put that there, the green's gonna blend in a little bit, but then that right there, I don't know, that green might blend in too much. That right there. No, I don't like that at all. Do not like the label. Label is a no. What if that went right there? I think that could go there. I think that'd be fine. It's not perfect. I don't exactly love it, but I think it works. I think we can make that work. Make it work. Tim Gunn says, make it work. Make it work. What if we put that in the center? That kind of draws our eye down there a little bit more. Maybe we'll do that, call it good. Or the other thing I could do, I could either put that in the center, Or I could come back to the old standby heart and do a little heart in the center. What if we did a big heart in the center? I think that works. I like the big heart in the center. Put the star offset, so if star were to go more offset like that. But now I put this. Now I put the little thing there, so I won't do the star. All right, I'm going to put the star back there. I'm going to try to put this guy back in. Yes, such a fun collection. Such a fun collection, friends. And that one is linked in that description box of the video. The link that says what I'm using this week. And that will take you right to my website where you see all the things that I used. Okay, friends, I am going to flip the camera. Let me turn on it over. Let me turn off the studio lights. I'm going to flip the camera. I am going to say our goodbyes. I'm going to go have some NyQuil maybe, go have some soup, go have something to drink, and then maybe go take a nap if I can. All right, let us flip, guys. Let's flip. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, rotate. All right, friends, those of you that stuck with me through the voice, thank you. See, I don't look as bad as I sound. Hopefully I don't look as bad as I sound. I sound worse than I look. At least I've got that going for me, right? So you guys, thanks for sticking with me. That was fun, even though we only got 2 lists done. We did 2 lists that took a little bit longer because we did all the stamping and stuff on our first list. That always takes a bit longer. And then, well, we just had some interruptions on the second one. So played with some new products. We did a whole demo at the front looking at swatching our ink since I have the new Lumberjack plaid now. So we did lots of things today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our time together today. I sure did. I love seeing all your bright smiley faces, even though I don't see your smiley faces. I see your little tiny pictures on your little comments when you guys comment. So I love that. I love that you guys give me a place to hang out on Saturdays and play. I said at the beginning, I'll say it again. I say it every time. I miss you guys when we're not doing it on Saturdays. I really do. I just love so much our time together. It just is such fun playtime, and I love that you guys share and you guys talk about different things that are going on with your lives, and you guys all get to know each other, and you give me input on what I should do, great suggestions, people earn star badges, all of those things. So thank you for letting me do this when I'm here to do it. 2 giveaways this week, so if you missed that, leave a comment on the video when it's over. One is that ink, your foam blenders, your storage for your blenders, and the other one is an assortment of products from the collection I just used, the Mix and A-Mingle. Fabulous news. I haven't said this in forever. We're together next Saturday, guys. So we will be together Saturday, this Saturday after Black Friday. So make sure you get lots of rest. We'll have lots of fun that Saturday, which brings me to the day before Black Friday, which is Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is here in the U.S., you guys, on Thursday. Thank you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. But from my heart to yours, oh my goodness, my heart and my no voice and cough to yours. Thank you for everything. You guys are always wonderful. You're so great to support me. Even when your support is just hanging out with me, all the support is amazing. And I appreciate it so much because I couldn't do what I do without you guys and your support. So thank you. That's what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving. Well, one of the things I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving. So thank you for that. Which ties right into the whole Black Friday thing, you guys. I do 2 big sales a year. One is for National Scrapbook Day. The other one is Black Friday. So that Black Friday sale is going to start on Wednesday night, this coming Wednesday, whatever that is, the 23rd, I think. Nothing new. Don't worry, nothing new goes on sale. Over the whole course of the year, I acquire lots of fun goodies for Black Friday. So there'll be older product that's on sale, but there will also be some stuff that I haven't had on my website before that I have procured at very good prices. So that will start Wednesday night and run through Cyber Monday, which would be Monday following Thanksgiving, following Black Friday and all that. All right, friends, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a happy Thanksgiving for those of you that are in the States, or if you're outside of the States, but you're still celebrating Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Everybody stay safe in the snow. Those of you that got hit with snow, please, 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 please be safe. It's scary out there when it's snowy. So stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, eat lots of turkey. Don't pass by the pie. I'm not going to pass by the pie. Life is too short. Have the pie. If you like the pie, have the pie. And the stuffing. And the potatoes. And then be better the next day, okay? So you have my permission. Just wear stretchy pants so you've got enough room to, eat. All right, friends, I will see you later. Thank you. Everybody take care. Bye. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just look at the chat really fast. I always forget to look at the chat right before I end. Just in case I miss something. Celia, absolutely. I'm glad I saw that, Celia. Celia said, don't forget to shop local and shop small. We all like a bargain. We all like a deal, right? I'm right there at Hobby Lobby sometimes, right there along with you guys, or I'm right there at Costco, right there along with you, or right there at Walmart, or whatever it is. Saturday is Small Business Saturday. So if you shop local, shop small, super, super important that we support our small business community, right? Your small business community could be online. Your small business community could be in your town, but it's so important to shop small. You know that say when you buy from a small business, you see a little person doing a happy dance in the background. That is so true. So thank you for that reminder, Celia. It's so important to shop small and to shop local. Deborah said, Layle, do you post still photos of your spreads on the blog or elsewhere? Yes, sometimes I do, Deborah. When I have the time, I do. So on my blog, you'll see some still photos. You'll see probably the best place to look is on Instagram if you're on Instagram. I also have here on my YouTube channel some flip through videos, but I haven't done many this year. So I will tell you what's coming. I'm working on an idea book. So an idea book that would have lots of my spreads in it. So there will be a printed version, and then we'll probably do a downloadable version, maybe a month or two after the printed version is out. So that's something that you can look forward to as well. But yes, but not all the lists are out there just because I haven't had time. And that's one thing when I get busy that just falls to the wayside is that I don't post them. So you will definitely see some out there. That is for sure. That's a great question. Okay, you guys, I am, yes, go to bed, go to bed. I'm going to go to bed. I know you guys know me. I can keep talking for hours. You could come back like 8 hours from now and I'd be like, oh yeah, hold on. I wanted to tell you this. Oh yeah, did I tell you about this? That's just what I do. That's who I am. Okay, now I'm going to be done. I probably missed a ton in the chat, but I'm going to sign off, you guys. So we'll for sure see you. We'll all for sure be here next Saturday on the 26th. Okay? Okay. Bye. For the second time.